I've been going through it all. 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 Yeah. Back all against the wall. Trying hard not to fall. Yeah. All I wanted was the ball. Right. I've been going through it all. Yeah. Back all against the wall. I only get one call. Yeah. Who the fuck do I call? I ain't got no friends. Right. All I got is my fam. If you don't really give a fuck, then I don't really give a damn. Shit. Fuck all these other niggas. Yeah. Don't wanna do a song with you. Right. If you wanna know what I'm thinking, then follow me on my Twitter. Think I've been too nice. Right. But this is where the shit ends. Yeah. Y'all done got to relax. Yeah. Can't stick to the fucking facts. I don't fuck with nobody. Right. I never fuck with nobody. No. You can ask anybody. If they say I did, then they lying. Yep. All this could have been avoided. Right. But nigga really had to snap. Cause I've been going through it all. Yeah. And ain't nobody had my back. Damn. Where the fuck was y'all at? When Vadula went down? Right. Soon as I'm back up, everybody wanna come around. Y'all know I go hard, right? So push up the fucking fader. Right. Yesterday I'm a hater. Yeah. Today the cover of the fader. Bitch. I've been going through it all. Yeah. No drugs, no alcohol. 420 came back around. 420. But I already came down. I thought I had it figured out. Right. But then it all came clear. Only thing that kept me going is looking in the fucking mirror. I'm just too damn pretty. Right. I know your man agree with me. Right. The world would be fucked up. Yeah. And my face wasn't all in it. Damn. She ill is back in your face. Instagram and book face. And I ain't done with y'all yet. Going up the internet. I've been going through it all. That's why I'm going hard. You did the shit to yourself. Right. I swear it's not my fault. Today I'm feeling really blessed. So I'ma count my blessings. I got my number 2 pencils for all you hoes to be testing. I've been going through it all. Back all against the wall. Right. Trying hard not to fall. Damn. All I wanted was the ball. Yup. I've been going through it all. Back all against the wall. Yeah. I only get one call. One. Who the fuck do I call? I've been going through it all. Stress. Back all against the wall. Damn. Trying hard not to fall. Yeah. All I wanted was the ball. Right. I've been going through it all. Yeah. Back all against the wall. I only get one call. Who the fuck do I call? Right. Wintertime. I've been going through it all. I've been going through it all. I've been going through it all.
His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so
shit, you would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my nigga 5 Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You bitch back for that. Come at me about niggas who I don't even find attractive. I don't know that nigga, I just seen them on the town before. So I can't be up in her face, I took her nigga down before. When I lose a nigga, I just pop out and go find some more. Soon as I feel like my time get wasted, then it's time to go. They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so with me? Them bitches should've stayed down. They could've been up to me, but all they doing is talking down. Cause they can't get up with me. My ex looking on my old friend. Both they had some fucking clowns. Thinking that she got one up on me, she got my hand me down. He thought he wasn't gon' have to stand on shit like he was handicapped. Made that nigga stand on it. Now his ass can't stand me now. High as fuck, I'm lit, yo. I don't smoke no sweet shots. Flying with my gang and them. Looking them like sisters. Them bitches be learning they go outside about these niggas. I don't wanna hang with them. They don't have no business. They be going for anything, but I can't go for none of that. Why would I go chase you if I know you gon' come running back? Cut everybody off, they been feeling like the lumberjack. They really get me fucked up, and now I'm going for none of that. She the type of nigga make her mad, she going too soon. Me, I'm kinda ratchet still, so I'm the type of beast. I can't love you, baby, like your bitch.
What he said? What that mouth do? That mouth talk shit. Let me tell you something. This mouth talk a bunch of cash money caca. This mouth talk a bunch of shit. Yeah. This mouth This mouth is like a chomper. This motherfucker mouth bite. This mouth bite. I don't think you wanna get bit. I don't think you wanna get bit, sir. What that mouth do? That what that motherfucker do. That what that motherfucker do.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Let me turn the music down. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Okay, let me do my little mic check real quick. Let me turn this down to my regular level. I know my number, and obviously I gotta start keeping stuff to myself, but it's all good. Welcome everybody in the building. Yo. The cynical one, she's always first, booty on duty, no disrespect, honey. Appreciate the support as always. Highway 20 skinny. What's going on, shawty? You know what I'm saying? That if anybody knows about that Highway 20, you know I do. East to west, which side we on? We got young Riaz in the building as always as a supporter. Shouts out to you. And we got Third Ward Columbia. Yeah, y'all make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell for the channel. Any new notifications, anything like that. Appreciate you. All right. So we got Smitty's Corner. What's going on? Third Eye is on. Hope you've been doing well, my brother. Staying productive, staying out of this, staying out the madness, man, because it don't never stop. Ooh, well, it's been a while since I've actually done a show. Y'all know it's been a couple of weeks, maybe like a week and a half since, I don't know. I mean, I kind of went viral a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Which I did not even expect to happen. I don't even think, well, I did explain exactly or kind of break down what happened. And if anybody is let me see here, is interested in that stream, you can find it. Let me see here. Let me share it real quick. Hold on, y'all. All right, so let me see here. Last time, yeah, there you go. All right, so let me see here. All right, where am I at? God damn it. Sometimes the tabs be just, it's too much. All right, so yeah, this one that I'm focused on right here, I almost got locked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That was the last time that I was pretty much like online. 1.2 thousand views. Shouts out to everybody. I got a big shouts out to Latte's World. Shouts out to Latte up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? She's not in the building right now, but shouts out to that lady, you know what I'm saying, for definitely pushing the channel, for featuring my content. And also for getting me, you know, this lady got me over 200 subscribers in a day, shawty. Like, but I'm gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta step out on faith and not by sight, okay? Because especially online, people will try to make things look really, really good. If you become a content creator, you will get messages to your email. You will get asked to be a part of projects and panels and discussions and all of that type of stuff. Yes, a shouts out to Latte. Yes, see, you know. All right, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. But you know what? I was kind of glad that, you know, I made all that happen on my own. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that I decided to do. I could have stayed at home, and trust me, when I was driving to the courthouse, I was like, oh, I had such one of those lazy moments because, you know, as a parent, period, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, an employee or in whatever else that you do in your life, sometimes it's just, there's not enough time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, honestly, like I love me a good nap. Oh my God, I think I could nap all day long. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just relaxing. And I swear to God, y'all, like when I was driving up there, I definitely was thinking, man, I feel like turning around and going home and smoking a blunt. I couldn't even lie. Like, shit, I was kid free. Like, shit, I could do what I want to do. But I went anyway. And what resulted of that was, it was amazing for me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like I said, just momentum. I don't have the luxury of streaming every day or every night or for hours on end. I don't have that luxury. I have to divide my time in so many different ways, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It makes me more of a dynamic person, and it helps keep my creative juices flowing. Pause. We talk about creative juices, okay? Not no other type of juices. All right. So today I wanted to talk about something because there's a lot of things that I don't say, and it's just never really been my style. Let's just say that. It's never really been my style. How should I put this? I guess just to kind of like, okay, I'll say it like this. I know how to take my L's, all right? I know how to take my L's, and sometimes people got to recognize shit as an L, all right? And I've caught some, you know what I'm saying? I've definitely taken some L's. But there's a nice tattoo on the side of my hand. If you guys ever see me live, I will use it to rest my hand, rest my head on my hand. But my tattoo says to live, love, and learn. Learn. See, the typical saying is you're supposed to live, love, and laugh. But if you live and you love and then you laugh, you probably is going to go through the same bullshit again. You need to learn. All right. So one thing that I've learned to do is to pay attention, not just to other people, but myself, how people treat other people, how they treat me. I pay attention to all that shit, believe it or not. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm getting a little, she's giving me my little, oh, they be giving me my little wings on this shit, man. Love me some glow. Let me see. Ooh. Where is my meat? Okay, let me turn this down just a little bit because I feel like I could just hear. It's at my normal level, but it feels like it's a little bit higher than usual. Okay, let me turn that down. All right, shouts out to everybody in the building. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to do that. Just exit out of the chat just for a quick second. Hit the thumbs up, then come back on in. Join the conversation. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. All right, and let's have a good conversation. I'm gonna open up the panel a little bit later. I just gotta, lay the groundwork. I really don't have much to share in terms of clips and all that stuff. Maybe if I depending on where the conversation takes me. Of course, I always got stuff saved, but right now I just want to cook on this one. So I wanted to talk about YouTube etiquette. First of all, is there such thing? I think there is. But again, I'm such a quiet person, and I really don't like to extend myself to too many people in terms of like on a private level or on a personal level, because I'm a very giving person, and everybody is not really doesn't deserve everything that you have to offer. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put a little force field around yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't feel bad about that. They're called boundaries, and I think that they're healthy. However, I wanted to talk about something else. Is imitation flattering or annoying? I know that there's a nice little spin, when people kind of copy the shit that you do and take your ideas and all this other stuff. They think that it's flattering, but to me, it's annoying. I actually have had a single white female moment in my lifetime. And if y'all are not, for those of y'all out there who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, it's basically like a low-key obsession, right? It's technically a movie, all right? And it's called Single White Female, where this random woman from wherever, you know what I'm saying, is just feeling so, she's looking from the outside looking in. And she's looking at this particular woman, and the way that she's viewing this woman seems to be so ideal for her, right? So she starts copying everything this woman does. Hair, clothes, tone, timbre, speech, everything. It's annoying, bruh. I've had that happen before. And to be completely honest, a lot of y'all niggas need to stop pillow talking. Because in my particular situation, I had cut the dude off, but he could not stop talking about me, especially to the ones that he was dating. And I was just like, to me, that's super disrespectful. That's a red flag to me. If I'm out with a guy and I'm just getting to know him and he's talking about another woman, or, you know what I'm saying, he's bringing up, or he's just, I've heard, and trust me, I've had to cut folks off because they just think that I'm one of their homies. And it's like, nigga, I don't like bitches. Shut the fuck up. Like, you here with me. Why are you talking about another, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. But some women will actually sit there and soak up the game because they feel like they want that dude so bad. They feel like, if I just, do everything that she's doing, then I can. No, it's not going to work, baby. It's not going to work. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying what it is, because it didn't work for homegirl in my past. You know what I'm saying? My ex was still showing up at my door with Yorkie puppies, and I'm saying, for my birthday, and that nigga was still running back. That's why I be loving this song, man. Shouts out to Witch Doctor. Why would I go chase you if I know you gonna come running back, bruh? Shouts out to Glow. Ooh. Love my song. Shit. They say they can't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me.
They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me.
It's like the what? What she say?
Just like the girl everywhere. How you
Hey, you understand what I'm saying? Why would I go chase him if I know he gonna come running back? So for me, a lot of this stuff is just like, damn, shawty, like, you sat there and listened to another man. What's up, Red the Muse? What's going on, honey? You was cooking today. Okay, I really do enjoy your content, bro. Like, stay on these niggas next, because it is definitely legitimate. Okay, that damn video. Yes. See, here we go. We got True Slayer in the building. What's going on, my love? Yeah, that video that you played earlier, Red, was disgusting. Dude, with the out there in Kenya, man, like, he needs hands and feet put on his motherfucking ass. What's going on, Auntie? Chat's moving fast. All right, we got Auntie in the building. What's going on? I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, TMKC, what's going on? Let me see. Did I miss anybody else? Hold on, because I don't know. Sometimes I don't be looking at the chat. I got be having to cook. Oh, H&M up in here. Hey, what you saying now too? The pillow talk. Don't act like you're surprised. Men talk just as much as women do. You didn't know that? And please, you guys, support the channel. If you have a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying, cheeseburgers and shoes and everything else for these kids is getting more expensive, drop me a couple, you know what I'm saying, $ the LA Project, either on Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. I'd appreciate that. All right, so where was I? Okay, the pillow talking, right? Because, right, that's what we were talking about. Bro, I need to get with you on that one. I'm gonna hit you probably either later on tonight or tomorrow. Is that okay? All right. Yeah, I was too the cynical one, but you know what? It's so funny because, like, don't let me, you know what I'm saying, get all hippy dippy and Cosmo on your ass. But, I'm a Pisces, you know what I'm saying? I'm a private person. I'm a very intuitive person, but at the same time, I got Leo in my sign. So I will pop up, you know what I'm saying? And I will pop the fuck off if I feel that I need to, especially if I feel like you're playing with me. So yeah, Red the Music, it's definitely well deserved. You know what I'm saying? The content be staying on track. You be so prepared with all the evidence and clips and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, that shit was crazy. But I became more extroverted. Well, my mom kind of like forced me out of my shell a little bit. because like, I mean, I have different talents and stuff. I mean, y'all know I've recorded before and things like that. So I sing. And we would be at a restaurant and they might have karaoke and my mom would just sign me up and not even tell me nothing. I'm sitting there eating my cheeseburger. They next to the stage, we have a young one. Like, what? Like, and then she'll pick the Whitney Houston, I will always love you. Come on, man. Either as a child, you gonna cry, you gonna, kind of like freeze up, cry, run off the stage, or you gonna deliver. I don't know. That was the time that I just chose to deliver, but usually I was very, very shy. I did not play the dozens. I was not good at that. I still am not good at playing the dozens. And Mills, what's going on, love? I knew I forgot somebody else up in here. Oh my God, 2 Leos. How did that work? Now I do love me a Leo though, like on some real shit. That sign is dope as hell. Like a well-adjusted Leo, because they know they the shit, but they don't need to rub it in your face. But every time they see you and you come through, it's gonna be a great time. Dozens, girl, Jonesin. That's what the dozens are. Come on, child. She said she don't know what the dozens are. Yeah, it's basically jonesing. So like, yeah, I didn't grow up with me and my brother and my sister just constantly making fun of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw that as like fighting words, but apparently some people see that as terms of endearment. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's start with YouTube etiquette. Okay. Now, what do I mean by this? Because it's just the internet, right? But we all know how deep this stuff goes. Oh my God, no. Hold on. No. When you be jonesing on people, when you make fun of them, constantly roasting. There we go. Roasting. Is that a better term? The dozens, roasting, jonesing. Yeah, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Well, where I come from anyway. But yeah, so we say that, you know what I'm saying, this is just the internet, but you know how it's obvious that this shit be impacting and affecting people's real lives at some point in time. Even to the point where I've even heard that people say that, oh, like, I'm not really like this in my real life. This is just me online. Oh my Lord. Like, when people say that, it's just, oh my God. Like, it's kind of like off-putting. I can't even lie. Because this is me. Like, for real. Like, when I'm chilling, I'm closed off in the office by myself. My kids are downstairs doing their homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is when I can really, like, chop it up with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand all this. I just do this online. Like, doesn't that become exhausting? And then after a while, it becomes very inauthentic and it can become very messy. Now, I'm not going to get into all of that because there's been enough of that going on the past few days. When chisel my nizzle for shizzle. See, she be laughing every time I say that, but that's me. I'm corny. Shit. I don't know. When I see wind chime, I don't know. I just thought about all the izzles that we used to do. My nizzle. That's my nizzle right there. Anyway, what's up, Wind Chisel? So if I call it that, don't be acting like I'm crazy. This is just me. And I think that people should be themselves as much as possible. If that's you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be like the way that you can actually like, have longevity. You know what I'm saying? Because like we see all these, these people, these manosphere people, these red pill people, these grifters, it only lasts for a certain season because they run out of stuff to talk about. You can only put things through the wash so many times. To wash, rinse, and repeat. You know what I'm saying? Before all the colors in the clothes fade. You feel me? And you ain't got nothing. And then you got to reinvent yourself. I think as long as you're being yourself, there shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? But what is YouTube etiquette? Let me break some things down that I see that I can't fucking stand as a content creator. All right. because somebody, and y'all see me, appreciate every single one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because getting your subscribers out the mud is not an easy job. Most people take the easy way out. They try to find some viral moment or talk about something that they don't even really care about for real. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that traffic, just to get those eyes. But then when you go to their live stream, it's the same 10 people that are participating. It's like the same, like, everybody who's here right now. I can guarantee I can see all of y'all in a lot of other chats, you know what I'm saying, and channels that I go to, which isn't a problem. But when I look at the subscriber count, I'll be like, this shit don't be matching up. You in the trip, you know what I'm saying? You got over 1,000 followers, you got 1,500 followers, you got whatever, 2,000, whatever, but you got this, there's no engagement. Starts to make me wonder. And so I started paying attention a little bit more. Let me take, hold on. I started paying attention a little bit more to tactics and things like that. And I really found out that, like, okay, especially if you hear somebody doing like an extended stream, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I digs the, you know what I'm saying, the 7-hour streams and stuff like that. I mean, if that's in you, then definitely go get it. But usually I can hear the fatigue in the content creator's voice. I can hear them losing patience. I can hear them ready to get off, but they don't want to, because now we got a full panel and people are just up there talking, but the person doesn't even really want to be up there. I can see that. It brings me back to high school. I remember there was this freshman at my school, and he was bumped up to varsity because more than likely his size and things like that. But dude, you know what I'm saying, he was a freshman that was, he smoked weed and, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff, right? When then game day comes, goddamn, and the away team kicks off the punt, you know what I'm saying, kicks the ball, you know what I'm saying, so we can, receive it and try to bring it back down the field. And I've literally seen this boy who thought that he was a shit, you know what I'm saying, and did not have to focus or anything. I just saw how he was running down the field and I saw that monkey jump on his motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying? He started off good. He break out, you know what I'm saying? He be a little fast, but then as he got towards the end, I could see that monkey jump on his back because he had been smoking and doing all the things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. So I make that analogy and that comparison because I see the same thing with some of these content creators, man. If you don't really have a real clear message, what you doing online, bruh? What you doing online? Like, for me personally, I have people that I collaborate with. Shouts out to Auntie. Shouts out to Witch Doctor, Not for Humans brand. Shouts out to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So if I see them, I try to keep up with their schedules. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep in mind when they go live, and I try not to conflict or even try to compete. It's not a competition, but I don't like to conflict with that time zone. I would like the eyes to be on them for that time period, and then I can go do my shit at my regular scheduled program, right? But sometimes, like I said, when I hear these content creators who have like fatigue after 5 hours, then shut it down. And a part of YouTube etiquette is let somebody else have your time slot. Sometimes it doesn't make sense for all these 11-hour streams, these 9-hour streams. I mean, are you really talking about something, or are you just taking up airspace? I'm starting to see things a little bit differently now, folks. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I am a journalist at heart. And that's what I went to school for. So I notice shit. And I'm a creator. I'm a short story writer, poetry writer. You feel what I'm saying? I am a musician. I write songs. I know about the creative process. And it's supposed to be more of an organic process, not you can get inspired by somebody, you know what I'm saying, and try to do something similar. But when you be doing the same shit, I'd be like, God damn. But it never will still be the same, because a lot of things happen for me, like I said, organically. Like when I went down to the courthouse, that was an organic thing. All right. I was reminded about something that was 25 minutes away from my house. I went, things could have went left, but it didn't, and because of that, I actually got rewarded in some type of way. You got to do things your own way. You can be inspired. And I love those crime shows and those crime channels and all that stuff. I don't have the law degree, and I really don't have the time to follow a lot of these cases. But what I can do is show up and sit in a courthouse and just tell you what I observe. That's simple. That's something I can do, right? Sometimes I think as content creators, we need to stay in our lanes in that respect. Do what you can do instead of trying to do what's trendy, because what works for it, oh my God, I wish I had the Different Strokes goddamn theme song, but I get struck. I already know. But yeah, what's good for one may not be right for some. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay in your goddamn lane. Like this is kind of it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and that was another reason why I was just like, I mean, I know I didn't do nothing wrong, Cynical, but there was, like I said, a whole nother sector that was following this case very closely, and they were privy to my live stream, but I didn't know who they was. So I knew I didn't do anything wrong. I turned off all my devices. I didn't record anything in the courtroom or anything like that. But at the same time, in case I had a little knock on my door, I was like, shoot, let me not stream immediately until all this stuff blows over. But it's all good. It is all good. Hey, he said that's why it's called YouTube. Do you, and you will be rewarded. Trying to appease people will stunt growth. Yeah, I can definitely feel that, man. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is when it comes to YouTube etiquette. Good Lord. All right. This is the LA project, right? This is where you are right now at the moment. But I don't give a damn if any of y'all go wherever y'all want to go. I don't care. I actually love to turn people on to new channels and new people who, I think that other people will enjoy. But a part of YouTube etiquette is to stop being so damn possessive, folks. Unless you are paying folks a salary, you give them a contract or something. I don't understand what the fuss. We can go where we want. And me personally, what's up, Tyranny? Good day. Hope you and the family is good. I'm gonna open up the panel in a little while. I just wanted to get this off my chest. So, if you guys have anything to add for YouTube etiquette moving forward, just keep it in mind. So when I open up the panel, and we can chop it up. Yeah, Shawty, what was going on? What was? You know what? Maybe you can tell me later. Let me finish up with the first portion of what I can think about for YouTube etiquette, and then I'll move on to the imitation thing. All right. So when I started coming on to panels and things like that, I honestly, and I still do, you know what I'm saying? I try to make it a point to keep in mind or put it into the perspective is like I'm walking into someone's house. So if I go to Auntie's house and he wants me to take my shoes off when I come in, if I don't do that at my house, but I want to come in his house, guess what? I got to take off my shoes. All right. It's not about what I want to do. I can still get my point across without being disrespectful. But I see and I've noticed that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They really be thinking that they're bigger than the channel that they own, the content creator. And I'm not trying to get on anybody who's in the chat, but like, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that if anybody in the chat could just imagine someone who likes to come on panels as a guest and take over, I'm pretty sure y'all have plenty of names to drop in there. You know what I'm saying? But people, they seem to do that. And that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the flow is for the content creator themselves, that's what needs to be perpetuated. That's what needs to be continued on if you have respect. If you don't have respect, then go somewhere else. Go to a different sector where people, can yell and cuss at each other all goddamn day long. But if you actually are claiming to be a grown adult, mature, and even semi-intelligent, your best bet when it comes to YouTube etiquette is to get on the page of the channel that you own. Yeah, of course you can always be yourself, but cutting people off, trying to, you know what I'm saying, like really like take over the whole conversation, trying to change the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You're good. Oh, you felt maybe Ev's like you felt like I was jabbing at you, huh? No, man. I am kind of just voicing what I've noticed in general, right? So, me as a panelist, I sit there and I get in where I fit in. A lot of people, they be like, oh my gosh, like, can you let, Lauren talk? Hey, I'm not a cut in and interrupting type of person. That's just not my personality. I do enjoy those types of people who can pull it off. But again, that goes back to staying in your lane. When I was young, I was not one of those people who, just went out of my way to say things for shock value, or, what I'm saying? I was taught to mean what you say and say what you mean. That's just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, like I said, when I go into somebody's house, I just need to know how you like it ran, and I'll respect it 100%. You know what I'm saying? But all this extra stuff, people need to stop acting like they got, stop the main character syndrome. They need to stop with the, you wouldn't even meet people here to see me. Like, okay, well, get your channel. Okay, look, you're too new to be getting messy. Okay, I ain't gonna point you out. What's up, Jones and for more? No, you okay? I can be too sometimes, and that's why I be like, damn, do I have a problem? Like, is something wrong with me? Do I need to go get tested? Because yeah, like sometimes it's just it doesn't. I don't know. It just don't be It seems like the message isn't reaching the other person. What's up, Brownie? How you doing? Thanks for coming through. Oh, but yeah, you already know I'm talking about your ass. Y'all, please make sure that you don't forget to exit out of the chat just for a hot second. Hit that thumbs up. I only got 11 likes, y'all. Let's go. And don't be afraid to support the channel. I keep people anonymous, but I will appreciate and celebrate you at the given time. All right. So etiquette. So, okay, the main character syndrome. And just, like I said, just acting like they're the main, like everybody's there. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis, bruh. Nobody's here to see you. They're here to see the channel holder. It's something that they do that they like. Sometimes, like for me personally, and I've heard this in these YouTube streets, that everybody likes to pull up on my shit. I get people to cam up that don't cam up nowhere else. I don't know how I do that. I make people feel comfortable. And I'm glad that I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because life is hard enough. Am I right? I don't want to volunteer to come on fucking online and argue with people. Like, shoot, y'all can do that with your brother, your sister, or whoever else and who really hurt you. Like, I ain't do it. No, we're not going to start that, man. Shouts out to Brownie. You be getting at least, people, like I said, sometimes you just need a neutral person, you know what I'm saying, where people feel comfortable. And people, that's definitely a place where I guess some individuals have felt comfortable to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? And shouts out to that, you know what I'm saying? As long as the information gets out. Because for me, like, I'm not a hater, dog. Like, if anybody pays attention to like how I even informally format my show, even in the beginning, I always pre-gamed. Okay. This goes back to when I was a younger person, because I had a football player as a boyfriend. So I was an athlete myself. So I know, and I knew at that time how much I like to just listen to my favorite shit to get myself in the zone or get myself ready for whatever mindset I was that I was encountering. And I always pre-game. I always pick a different song. Man, I done featured shit. DMX, Kanye, and fucking John Legend. One of my favorite ones now is Bobby Valentino. On these streams recently, it's been Erykah Badu. Anybody, hold on, let me get this shit, because I'm not going, because I gotta cut it out in the beginning of my stream for the music part. But let me go ahead and put this down in here in the chat, so y'all can at least get into the groove, man. Like, because man, I swear I'm so spirit led, it's not even funny. The lyrics are very, very important and symbolic to me. Give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me copy this really quick. Yeah, for sure, man. It sets the whole damn tone. And I'm sorry, I don't, produce or do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I can get my point across at least a little bit. But yeah, like, I've been going through it all. Back all up against the wall, trying hard not to fall. All I wanted was the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I don't be fucking with nobody up in here. But every time I turn around, there's some little LA don't fuck with you for real. What? I don't fuck with nobody. If they said that I did, they lying. They said that I did, and they lying, bro. Like, for real. I know that's right. That's what I want to do. We gonna get back to the money. But sometimes you gotta just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm quiet, so people think that they can and I'm small, so they just think that they can keep poking and picking at me. Maybe it's a personal thing, I don't know. But you gotta pop out and show. Yeah, Hustle, H&M, they be mad, man. They be mad that things just happen organically around me. You know what I'm saying? That others can't, they don't, you don't cam up all the time. And I was very surprised, but at the same time, I didn't want to make no big deal out of it, because I wanted you to feel comfortable. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But I be getting heat. Because I really just be trying to kick it. Like, right now, like, I don't even feel like, well, ever since that damn court situation, I'm like, let me not cam up, because shoot. As soon as they came back from that little breakup, they was like, it's her. Because I was already on live. I was like, God damn, let me put my, you know what I'm saying? Let me just keep this AI up for now. Oh my God. What would that entail? Oh my goodness. You would have to get even more messy, because I would have to let you know about the backstories and all that. And I don't think that you care enough. It's okay. Dudes do not, well, some guys, they be like, really, tell me more. But usually the men, they be like, man, look, I don't care about none of that shit. Anyway, so let's get back to YouTube etiquette. Let me just finish up at least, you know what I'm saying, some other things that's on the top of my brain before I open up the panel for y'all. Y'all can tell me some things that make you mad about panel etiquette. When people be, especially my content creators out there, okay? Because I know y'all be hosting shows. And so you have a better idea of, you know what I'm saying, the things that could possibly go wrong, how much energy it actually takes for you to put through a show. Hold on, what'd you say? He would show up to women who say, in fact, always trying to steal a woman's spot. Oh Lord. Shouts out to Israel Mills. Because that shit is hilarious. All right. So we went over the main character syndrome and things like that. What else about I brought up the fact, like I said, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but like I said, when I'm cool with people, I try not to go, you know what I'm saying, or be live at the same time as them, because I understand the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Let's just cycle people through. We're gonna start this show, and then afterwards we're gonna go to this show, and then we're gonna go to this show. I love the redirects. I love all the collaborations. Shouts out and thank you, you know what I'm saying, for even, you know, all these just offers, and just, you know, I guess I'm finally being seen around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys go to my channel, that's why I kind of just did some simulcasting. I know me, Izzy, Sharon, Witch Doctor, we go live on Thursdays. We still trying to build this Women's Wednesday up as well. And then of course I still got my own channel. So mama is tired, okay? But if anybody, you know what I'm saying, like wants to hear me talk about anything in particular, I always open up the option to send me an email. Give me a second. If y'all want to collaborate, or if you have ideas for topics, because that could definitely make it easier for me. Not like I'm trying to use y'all like that, but I'm just saying I want to, you know, I want to be able to, you know, talk about things that y'all want to hear about as well. So yeah, I try my best not to go on at the same times as other people. Like if Old Man Low or Auntie is live, you know what I'm saying, they plan the show, like I'm not just going to go live, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll wait, or I'll try to, you know, honestly plan it for another day. And I know that a lot of people don't have to do that. It's something that I personally, like I said, I see as a courtesy, especially for the people that I fucks with. I don't really care about, you know, a whole lot. I mean, you can't stay out of everybody's way, you know what I'm saying? But at least for the people that, you know, you consider, you know, you're some sort of like, you know, regulars or support system. Like, yeah, I don't be doing that stuff. But I've noticed that, you know, like I said, sometimes people don't even be having nothing to talk about, but they, you know, 9-10 hours in, I'll be like, bruh, like somebody else could have, you know, did something with all that time and all that viewership, you know. But it is what it is. What else about panel etiquette? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. See, and Auntie, I'm only 5'1". Now why they be so scared, man? This mouth big, huh? That's what this mouth talk, cash money, caca. You better tell them, Princella, god damn it. Shit. Yeah, they don't want to hear us at all. It's all good though. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just certain things. It's just like, keep in mind, just understand, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? So just, if you want to participate in the conversation, that's fine. Just understand that it's not yours to run. You feel me? Or, okay, I've heard certain people, like, you know, get onto panels and they really get mad when they really don't be saying nothing, and then like the content, like the actual channel holder might cut them off and, damn, why you won't let me talk? Because this is not your channel and you ain't talking about shit. Like, just respect. Again, it's like, you will not go into somebody else's house and say, how come I can't, you know what I'm saying, just leave I don't want to use a coaster. I don't want to use that. I want to put my goddamn cup straight on your glass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if you have to use a coaster in my house, that's what I want you to use. Period. Respect people's houses. What's up, 18th letter? Rakim up in the building. And sees another one. Like, I don't have to agree with everyone, but 18th has never disrespected me. And we disagree all the time. He's never disrespected me. He's never called me out my name. It's possible, y'all. It's possible. Sheesh. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what we got in the building? We got Batty Reacts. She says, Hey everyone, what's going on? Batty Reacts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that as well. And don't forget to support the show as well. We got, what I'm saying, like I said, Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, $ the LA Project. If you like what you're hearing, support the channel. I'd appreciate that. All right. So another thing that I've been kind of, I don't know. Like I said, I be trying not to be bothered, you know what I'm saying? But I've learned that if you don't say nothing, people really think that they can play with you. You know what I'm saying? They really think that they can play with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't say nothing. See, I like to let go and let God, because whatever higher power is out there, my ancestors, they can handle you way better than I ever could, my dear. I think that I would probably be doing a disservice to the karma if I tried to take it into my own hands there, because it probably wouldn't even be reciprocal, right? So I let the universe, I let everything higher than me take care of the people who tried to take advantage of me. That's what I do. Now, unfortunately, I have come across a lot of people who have made it their position to destroy others. What? You're gonna take time and energy out your day to destroy somebody else? Somebody else who probably ain't even thinking about your ass, but you consume. Like, once you get obsessed like that to where you want to destroy somebody, or you want to make somebody pay, and they won because you woke up in the morning thinking about this motherfucker. You went to sleep thinking about this motherfucker, and all the time in between you was thinking about this motherfucker. So who really has the control, you or them? Some people like to, I guess, just physically see the effect of their I guess of their actions, like even when it comes to this YouTube stuff, like people don't have to, like, I got mad screenshots. I know I be knowing the backstories to a lot of shit, even my own stuff. I got my name slung all up and through these motherfucking streets for at least a year. But you know what? It's not something that I'm not used to. And I'll tell you why. Roughly about every 5 years of my life, thank God, my parents got promotions. And those promotions would take us to a whole nother state, whole nother, set of people, a whole new way of living type of situation. And I mean, this is still the United States, but still, when you a kid, you know what I'm saying, and you just used to your block, your neighborhood, and then you go from DC to living in South Dakota, that's a major shock. You know what I'm saying? So I've been the new girl many a times, and I know these games. Trust me. What's up, Taylor Bell? Good evening to you. Hope you and the family are doing good. I think, was that you? Hold on. Give me a second. You are, Taylor, are you just Jamaica? Let me know in the chat. I gotta do screening for this Instagram stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, who it is? But yeah, it becomes a shock. So like, I've literally like pulled up to a new school, you know what I'm saying? Been my first day, and by lunchtime, the black kids, oh, I heard you was living in here before, you lived in Chicago before you left. Like, damn, word gets around fast. But you know what else gets around fast? Ooh, she cute. I bet you I can fuck first. I bet you I can do this first. Yeah, I know the game. And that's one thing, honestly, being an introvert at that young age, that's what really like helped me out, because like I said, I was way too shy, you know what I'm saying, to be jumping out the window with, I guess, new schoolmates and stuff. Like, I wanted to peep the scene, you know what I'm saying? Because especially if I have to live here for a certain amount of time, I want things to be, as copacetic and as smooth as possible. So I don't be wanting to create no problems. And you know what I'm saying? I lived in areas where, yeah, just because they were the suburbs, it didn't mean that, chicks, young men and young women didn't want to do hood shit. You know what I'm saying? They definitely wanted to do hood shit. You know what I'm saying? There was no reason why girls in the suburbs felt like it was cool or the thing to do to put razor blades underneath their tongue. Like, why? So yeah, me personally, I don't want to get $150. Let me keep my head down. Call me what you want. But as I was listening and watching everybody, I learned a whole lot. And now I can live my life in a safer way. But yeah, I'm definitely new to this to that type of dynamic, being the new girl and everybody trying to fucking play you, everybody trying to figure out what you got going on, and everybody's trying to be the first. So I know what that's like. I know what it's like for people to try to, use you as some type of like, new little pawn or whatever because they got some other bullshit going on, in the school. I know all of this stuff. So, and unfortunately, a lot of this YouTube stuff is very, very much like high school. Hang on, let me bring somebody up to the stage. I have to change. And that's when I'm like, Auntie, like, yeah, I need because I'll be messing myself up. Let me go ahead and let Riaz to the stage real quick. I have to make something new and special when I bring you guys up from now on because I can't use my other one anymore. But let me bring him up. What's up, Riaz? I'm doing good. Your microphone sounds a little choppy. Can you check your settings really quick?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right.
All right, there we go. 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, there you go. That's good. That's it. Yeah. So I'm not sure. You just hanging out. You got something on YouTube etiquette.
I feel you. That's probably the thing I gotta work on is knowing when to speak and also reading the room sometimes though. I can read the room of course, so I feel like I gotta add something. Then also my problem is sometimes though that I don't want to talk over other people. Not my intention though. I just basically try not to, but though that's just part not excusing myself, I just understanding myself, like knowing what I go through and stuff like that, the social cues thing. I do try to, work on that, literally. Sometimes I do really well. Sometimes though I just revert back to it. And I'm just working on that. I feel you on that type of thing. And also when it comes to that new type of thing, when I was in school though in 2017, when I went to a Catholic mainstream school though, literally though, and I was new to that school, the girls wanted to date me though. Literally, they wanted to date me because I was new to the school and I was nice and I had a good personality, the way I look also. So, looks is one thing, but I had a good personality and I was really nice to everybody on the first day and stuff like that. And people started to take notice of what type of character I had, and that's just what instantly attracted them. Even though I wasn't looking for it though, it just came to me naturally.
No, I feel that. You know what? That's a good point. Let me hold on, Riaz, just hang tight. Just stay here, okay? Stay here, because there was a couple other things that I wanted to say. And damn, I guess I was cooking. I guess I was cooking with grease. I was cooking with grease, you know what I'm saying? So just stay right here. Let me just let me finish up with the imitation is flattery. And then I'll let you back up, okay? All right, so just hang out for me. Okay. All right. Thanks, y'all. Let me get back on the topic. Okay. So yeah, being a new kid at school, right? So yeah, I know how a lot of these things go, and I never wanted to participate in it. You know what I'm saying? I remember the movie Mean Girls came out when I was coming up in school. I never even watched that show. I mean, I never even watched that movie. I don't respect people who do that type of shit. And honestly, I found out very early in life that I'm not a very good liar. So I just like to be, you know what I'm saying, just transparent. Either I fucks with you or I don't. And, you know, if you guys ever hear me just speak in my mind, you know what I'm saying, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it's not anything that people need to be like, oh my gosh, don't worry about me. Cause like I said, I'm gonna just let you go. Cause life gonna teach you whatever you need to learn. I don't need to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know, it's just so funny how like I've been hearing little chitter chatter, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I try, because I'm trying to branch out, I want to collaborate with more people. I'm trying to, you know, really just, you know, establish those types of relationships, but I keep hitting opposition behind the scenes. And it's it's a little shocking to me because I don't do anything but support a lot of people. If I don't fuck with you, again, I leave you alone. I don't even bother you. It's like, please, I would rather not even exist. But if I support you, and on top of that, you a part of the chitter chatter club, come on, man. It's just disappointing because all I'm going to do is keep doing me. And there's been plenty of people who have been paying attention to me and who has been seeing me for who I am and who have reached out to me for collaborations and stuff. So it just is what it is, right? It just is what it is. It reminds me of when I first started, when I stopped working, you know what I'm saying, like my regular job, and I stepped out on faith and I was recording music. I was affiliated with Outcast Studios at Stankonia and everything. And guess what? I didn't tell anybody anything in terms of my friends because I wanted to see who was going to be there for me. Not who is going to be there for me because I have a certain position or I can bring you around certain people. No, I want to see who is there for me. Not people who going to be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, watching my whole come up so they can do exclusive interviews and stuff. Because that's how a lot of this stuff, all this Megan Kelsey stuff happens. I got to bring it up, man. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's disappointing when I actively support somebody and they don't want people to support me. They don't want people to support me. And it's nuts, you know what I'm saying? But that's how this stuff is. You know, some people I guess are just so hurt up for attention or money or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that they'll slice anybody's throat in order to get it. But to me, that's not honorable. And I know honor don't pay the bills, but sometimes it can. If you're in the right field or in the right, you know, arena. Now, if you're down there in the, you know what I'm saying, if you're down there in the muck, you know, and down there in the gutter, then no, there's no respect and honor and morals and all that shit. But that's not where I reside, man. That's not where I live. You know what? It happens though. It's okay. I know who's for me. I know who's for me, Free. You one of them. So, you know what I'm saying? And if there's any, you know, issues, my people's gonna have no problems with actually hitting me up and telling me about it. That's what I respect. Talk to me first. Because if you really gonna sit there, like, I swear to God, especially as a man, I've had this happen to me, actually in a relationship where, like I said, when I stopped working my regular job and I went to go record, that's when the bitches who never liked me from the get-go started whispering all in my boyfriend's ear. And for some strange reason, this nigga actually believed what the fuck they said. When he sees me every day. Weak nigga shit. Yeah, I don't need you on my team. I don't need you on my team. If you can't talk to me and you're just gonna assume you know what's going on, I don't need you on my team. Yeah, I know, man. Hate so real, the love be fake. You feel me? The love be fake. But it's like it's weird because I'm getting like a new set of like goggles as I'm being like, the older that I get. So for all y'all out there, what I'm saying, who, old is relative, first of all. But I would rather wake up every day and be there for my loved ones and still have a chance to fulfill my purpose on this earth, regardless how long it takes, than to die young. But the older that I get, the clearer I see things. So I used to be very idealistic when I was younger. I was a big reader. That's kind of like the issue with introverts. We're so much into our own heads and, worried about just being in our own space. Sometimes we can put ourselves into a fantasy world. And we can want things to happen, and but really it's like we have to, we're not taking into consideration what the truth is or what's really happening, right? So that's one thing that's kind of like bad about being an introvert, right? But the older that I get and the more it's like, okay, I'm come to terms. I've been on this earth long enough. I'm comfortable. I can see people for a lot clearer than before. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all like, I don't know, but at the same time, and it's like we get these wonderful ideas and things like that from each other. But at the same time, it's like after a while, it just becomes annoying. The creative process is a precious one. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was born overnight. It takes time. And it's just like, it's disrespectful, in my opinion, to just, see something that got a good reaction from others because it happened organically and naturally. And now you're trying to recreate the situation. That's like, it's like eating a strawberry versus eating a strawberry fruit snack. Yeah, it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? It's going to taste similar to a strawberry, but it's not the same as a strawberry, my dude. So, imitate it, hardly ever duplicate it, man. I've been doing so many things, and like I said, it started by myself. Regardless of what people have said or proclaimed on this internet, ain't nobody show me StreamYard. They didn't show me how to navigate through YouTube. They didn't tell me about copyright strikes and stuff. I didn't get no help, like where it really counts. Where it really counts as a content creator, I was not helped. I had to learn a lot of stuff by myself. I was getting P-bombed on a regular basis in the beginning. So if I come up with an idea or a concept or anything like that, it be pissing me off when somebody just takes that shit. Just because, oh, well, I have my followers, is a little bit more than hers. More people gonna see me do it, so they're gonna think it's original for me, but really I got it from her. That shit's annoying, bro. Or anybody else, creative people out there, you make beats, clothes, you a photographer, do you do AI? Like, what, what I'm saying? Any type of creativity, like, do we have any creators in the house? And if we do, y'all already know what I'm talking about when it comes to this whole creative process. It's a process. It's literally visualizing everything. And just because the shit actually works for you, it's just weird how people can just feel like they can just take it because, oh, well, shit, it worked for them. So let's just, oh my God, it's annoying. It's annoying. So I don't think that imitation is flattering. I haven't been flattered yet. Even shoot, I'm probably gonna change this my little avatar with the red hair. You know what I'm saying? Because now everybody got the red hair. I'm just like, shit. Let me maybe I should change it to no, I'm just playing. I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just annoying sometimes. It's just annoying. Let me catch up what's going on in the chat really quick. Royce, what you say? I have definitely seen shit I made up in these chats being used. Yeah, and people will do that too. Sometimes I will be just in the chat and I won't jump on a panel, but I can hear panelists basically repeating every damn thing I'm saying in the chat without saying, "Oh yeah, just like ain't no credit being given." It's just they say it like it's an original thought, and I'll be like, "God damn it." I'm gonna start but I said it before in the chat. I was like, I'm gonna stop giving y'all panelists my answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna need y'all to start working for your grade because this is ridiculous. So I feel you on that one, Royce. Him, Coach Bird, what's going on? Y'all hiding in the bushes, Venus? What's going on? No, like I said, even though it was told that I just got so much help, obviously, no. What Coach said? He said YouTube is a place for everybody with a SOB to tell the world about it. With a sobs, huh? Yeah, to tell the world about it. Yeah, I mean, it's more about like what I'm really speaking on, Coach Ferg, is like just I guess how people go about just being on YouTube. I had talked about when it comes to etiquette, and this is just suggestions, people who, come on as a panelist and they just take over the whole show, or they change the whole topic, or they just say, look, let me show you something. Yeah, sorry. I don't have to drop names. You know who I'm talking about. Stuff like that. That's bad YouTube etiquette. Striking other content create. Oh, this is another one I forgot. What's up, Black Beauty? Hope you and the fam doing good. Good evening. Good evening. Good. What is this on this good Tuesday? We got tacos going on. Anybody doing Taco Tuesday? I don't even think that they discount tacos no more with their little. They trying to capitalize. They realizing this is America now. See, and it's funny, like striking people's channels. I thought that was a no, at least in our space when it comes to content creators. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've said this before. This is our own like ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? We make content or things happen on our channels. Somebody else who is watching it because they're a fan of the show as well, and they review it, and it directs more people back to the original content creator, and the cycle keeps going over and over and over. It's supposed to be an ecosystem. So if people are making content but getting mad because people are reviewing it, what are you putting it out there for? What are you putting it out there for? I don't understand. Have you met anyone on YouTube making less? Are you being sarcastic, Coach Ferg? You gotta put a laughing emoji after that motherfucker, because I don't know nobody making 100K off of YouTube. If they are, shoot. I mean, blessings to them. I just hope that they're not stealing everybody else's idea in order to get it, or they owe some royalties. But I mean, most people want to make money, but like, how far are you willing to go? Like, these guys be talking about chicks, taking, selling feet pics and stuff. Well, look what they doing to compromise their morals and integrity for some dollars, for a $1.99 super sticker. You feel me? Like, what are they doing? Don't get mad at women who are sending feet pics. Somebody is obviously buying them. You know what I'm saying? But I think YouTube has become the OnlyFans for men. They can't get naked, but they can twerk. I know that. Twerk with their rhetoric, twerk with their you know what I'm saying, their way that they right. Everybody get rich. You feel me? Off of YouTube. Well, when you start compromising yourself, your family, you know what I'm saying, like you just doing anything for clout, like that's when it gets kind of crazy. See? Damn, Royce. And now I feel like shit. They made me earn every single one that I had. and you ain't even made no content. You see what I'm saying? It's all good though. Means you're that much closer to monetization whenever you do want to go live. All right, Riaz, let me let you back up here real quick. Okay, so I just had to get some stuff off my chest real quick.
Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to, like I said, okay, so you understand, like, do you yeah, you like music and stuff like that. How do
Yeah.
you how do you feel when somebody, like, I don't know who your favorite artist is or whatever, but if they try to, like, what if they tried to redo a song from your favorite artist? How would you feel about it?
I'll probably be so happy, but at the same time, no, like, depends on how they do it. I'm cool with it. Okay, if they want to redo a song, that's one thing. But basically, the way you do it as well, if you know how to produce it properly and everything, though. Because,
Hmm.
okay, look, if you want to take someone's idea and get inspired, whatever, and just want to repurpose it into your own thing, I don't mind that, though, because at the end of the day, the music's music for them, though, and they're doing what they gotta do. Okay, that concept is nothing new, basically. Everyone else has done the same thing. It's just the way they do it. So they're copying word by word, then nah, man. If you're actually taking that same idea and creatively taking it and stuff like that, then yes, I'm cool.
Okay.
And basically, that's what I like to do. Though, it's my type of thing though as well. I take old ideas and basically repurpose it into something new, but I update those ideas to make it new as well. Because sometimes though, when you actually, too creative though, and sometimes when you run out of ideas, it's a good idea to revisit ideas you did in the past and actually update it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's just sometimes, like I said, when it comes to, like, specific themes or segments or whatever, like, of these shows that we do, like, sometimes I'm just like, when I see it somewhere else, of course it's going to be a little different, but it's still named the same thing. It still comes at the same, it has the same type of format. So for me, I'm just like, I appreciate that you liked that, you thought that was cool, but, like, just, it seems like this, because certain people have bigger audiences, they feel like they can go to smaller channels and even steal subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And just because they go more often than you do, or they have a little bit of a bigger audience than you do, and of course people are gonna think that this person is the one who came up with it originally, but really they got it from you. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. That just depends on who it is. But I feel you on that type of thing though. 'Cause, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but also though, when it comes to, let's say, for example, I like D-Block Europe and stuff like that. They D-Block Europe got their own unique sound though. It's like a trap wave sound and stuff like that. And they got their own way of doing it, the way they produce it and stuff like that. Get people, who sound like them and stuff like that. Okay, look, you can try and replicate what they do, but you'll never really actually do it how they do it, because they got their way of doing it. And with D-Block Europe style, is they uniquely, when they were doing it, it's just how they had to perfect it though. They're not just both lyrically talented to do and using, the other tune and trap beats and stuff like that, but they lyrically had to, they lyrically put in the work though to literally work their sound to how it sounds now. And that's why, they made it to where they made it, and they get a lot of views and they're getting paid a lot, and people actually enjoy what they do. It's because
Mm-hmm.
they have their way of doing it, and they perfected it and engineered it properly. Because look, everyone else can use auto tune and trap beats though, but if you don't know how to engineer it properly, then what are you using it for? Not everyone's made to do it though. But when you actually do use it, you have to do it properly. Not just in a lyrical sense, but also when you engineer it.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Even when it comes to, like, some of these, like, it doesn't matter if you're doing, like, edits for for these streams or for these shows, you're trying to do your intro. Like, for me, and I don't, like I said, I don't know about the rest of y'all who actually, like, make content and stuff like this, but, like, I gotta sit down. I like to sit down with pen and paper, and I like to draft it out. I like to format it. Okay, if I need a clip or whatever, this is the one that I need, or this is how I'm going to run my show, and this is how the order that I'm going to run it in, because it just flows better. And it's just like that takes time. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't take a whole lot of time, but at the same time, it's it's almost like a slap in the face when somebody, like I said, just, oh, okay, like let me just, you did all the work, but let me take your homework and turn it in and put my name on it, you know what I'm saying, and turn it in for the teacher so I can get the,
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It's just a little, it's disappointing. It's disappointing.
Mhm.
I was saying this earlier, just to stay in your lane. Like if you're not a creative person, then just stick to reviewing or, your commentary. Some people are very funny though, and need to use their personalities a little bit more instead of reviewing stuff or taking stuff from other people. Sometimes people really do enjoy just the way that somebody thinks or the way that they, just to hear them talk about different things or their philosophies on life. Like there's so many different ways that you can do channels. You can do a faceless channel. You can do one where you're cammed up all the time. You can do panels. You could do no panels. You could do pre-records. You can do just split screen reaction reviews. Like there's so many ways that people can do this. But it's just like I said, when it comes to YouTube etiquette, with us who are all part of like this ecosystem, I just think that there's certain things that should be thought about if it's going to work for everybody. But I don't think
Mhm.
that everybody wants it to work for everybody. They just want it to work for them. You know what I mean?
Right. I
So,
feel you though. Sorry,
mhm.
I was gonna say I feel you though, man. Actually, when I research their clips and when I find the artist I want to do the content based on it though as well, I literally give them credit as well because I've always stated it's not my clips, it's their clips. I'm just using it I'm just editing and using it in a different way. So it's like to entertain and educate other people on the different aspects as well. And I'm doing them shows, videos that I do like the voiceover, so I talk over and everything like that. Before I used to do a variety of things, but now I'm just sticking. When I'm doing this music based stuff, I'm doing it. I do research by research, but at the same time, I literally, put the artist's name in the description, though, because I'm actually giving them credit, though. So they at least know that it's not mine, it's theirs, but I'm just basically using it in my own way, though. So it's
Mhm.
like, so it's just like edits and stuff.
Well, Coach Ferg said something. I definitely, I agree with this. I actually said this. I was having a conversation with somebody earlier today. It says on YouTube, most ninjas love the drama of others' lives to escape their effed up lives. Yeah, and because me personally, like, there's just certain things I do not find funny at all. You know what I'm saying? I find it very unfortunate and very sad, actually, because people who look like me, like I'm gonna look at them like they are myself. You know what I'm saying? So if black people are doing a bunch of stupid shit, you know what I'm saying, like it makes me sad because I'll just be like, man, like you could be living good or better than you are. You can have options. You know what I mean? Like your kids could be living in a clean environment. They could have, an imagine they could have something similar to what we had. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being able to just go outside and play, and just really explore and do those types of things. But mm, I don't know if everybody wants to. I don't know, like I might be taking it too seriously or whatever, but like I can't stand it when like we just highlight certain people on these YouTube panels and everybody's like, well, shoot, it don't have nothing to do with me. Like, shoot, I think he's funny. And in my opinion, I think that most people support and watch this stuff because certain people do make them look better. Like, for example, if I was watching uh have you ever heard of the show Jackass? Riaz?
Mm,
Okay. So if I was
yeah,
if I was, you said you have or you have not?
nah, probably though.
Oh,
You
it's an
can
English
get.
show. Yeah, it's like Steve O. What's the other guy? Johnny Knoxville. Like they were a bunch of grown ass adults who would just do stupid stuff like every day and film it. Just to, I mean, like if they like a frozen a frozen pole, like a flag pole or something like that. You're not supposed to put like wet stuff on frozen things, but they'll like dare each other to put their tongue on the pole when it's frozen. And their tongue would stick to the pole, and then they would sit there and rip it. I mean, they would just do stupid stuff. People out there, y'all know what Jackass is. So if I was friends with the people from Jackass, and I'm just like, oh well, shoot, I just think that they're funny. Honestly, I would probably be hanging around them because they would make me look so good as a regular schmegular degular type of person that I would, like I said, I would just keep them around because they're worse than me. Yes. See, I didn't want to bring this one up. I didn't want to bring it up because we got Riaz up here. But yes, they would do things like staple their nuts to their leg on
Okay.
camera. But like, you know, people who don't have a problem with that, like I said, they need to see an example that is worse than them so they can feel better about themselves. Does that make sense?
I think I know what you mean now. I mean, I'm not surprised to be honest. Though I've seen way, I've seen a lot of stuff. Though, trust me, at my age type thing. No, I feel you though, man. Wow. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess so.
it makes
I
them
don't know.
think about the stuff that they're going through because, well, at least I'm not like this nigga. You know what I'm
Uh, uh,
saying?
I'm, no, I'm not that crazy enough to do it, man. I'm not risking myself to do that though. It's not just I got a fam watching me, and I'm also just looking at me, man. It's also like, who am I gonna disappoint the most or whatever? But man, that is crazy though. Like literally, oh damn.
Yeah, that was nuts. And that was, I mean, that was a show on MTV. So like anybody could watch that, you know, but in terms of, you know, like what Coach Ferg was saying, I totally agree with that one. You know, sometimes I just wonder what we're on here for anymore. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I've actually learned how to do useful stuff on YouTube. You know, I live alone, so like when I had to move and I needed to have my washer, my dryer, you know what I'm saying, disconnected and stuff. I went on YouTube to see how to properly, you know, disconnect the washing machine because it's going to have some water in the hose, right? So like stuff like that. I remember I learned how to fix a toilet, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. But I don't know what we here for no more. You know, I mean, I came here to learn, but it seems like everybody else is like, this is entertainment. And it's like, for the free 99. You know, I really think that some people need to, you know, get back on their subscriptions of Netflix or whatever, or get their Comcast back so they can be properly entertained. And they, you know, they can actually compensate the people because, like, I mean, even me myself, shouts out to everybody that showed up today. But I mean, I haven't received any support for my show. But it's like it's not a big deal, but at the same time it's like that's another thing about YouTube etiquette. Some followers are so demanding, you know, when they don't understand it. Like the content creator could be doing anything. Like I said, I could be smoking a blunt right now, chilling, watching TV, watching something that I want to watch, or preparing for, you know, for my next show, you know, but I'm here and I like to be here, but at the same time, there's certain people who are just like they feel entitled to your presence because they need something to listen to get through their third shift of work, or they just need
Mm-hmm.
to work or whatever, you know, and that's fine. Appreciate you showing up, but at the same time, when you get entitled, that's when it gets a little crazy. That's why I really don't like to go at a regular time or anything like that because I just have a feeling the moment that I miss a show, where were you? You know what I mean? Like we were
I
waiting,
feel you though.
you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes life just happens and sometimes I don't want to be bothered.
No, I feel you though. Me, that's why I don't really host my own streams yet. Though. When I'm ready, I'll go for it. I'm praying on that one day. Just not now. And also, when it comes to videos, I only post like one or two videos though sometimes though. It's because, it's really draining as well. The way, the type of stuff I do is kind of draining. I only like to take 2 to 3 days off because I'm too creative though. It's the only way for me to take a break. I don't like doing long breaks type thing. I just like to do, 2 3 days off and I'm just back to working because I like to grind a lot and that's
Mm,
what I do though. When it comes to videos though, the only reason I do one or two because it's easy, man. Because it's draining now. Shorts is very easy to post, man. You just clip or edit what you need to do and then khalas, edit it, and it doesn't take long though. That's why it's so easy and it's more creative to do them shorts though more than them videos to be honest with you. You
mm.
know, like videos take so long though.
I'm gonna just let somebody up. I gotta work on this. Bringing y'all back up on the stage, man. What's going on, Auntie?
Yeah, I'm up. What's up?
Okay, nothing much. What you got on it, man? You've been typing away. What you got for me?
Yeah, I just been typing.
No,
I
I
mean, a
ain't
lot
got
of stuff
problems.
started coming up
I'm
in
not
my
talking to
algorithm.
you, buddy.
Now, a lot of stuff started coming up in my algorithm too. So, I mean,
Mm,
that's just the world that we live in. It's not just in this space in particular. It's all over the internet. Um, it's just you know, stupidity is going to be rewarded
mm,
because that's like I've been telling everybody from the beginning, the algorithm attacks attention spans. This is something that I do for a living, so I
mm,
understand this. And short attention spans, if you can appeal to that, the algorithm's just gonna push you just naturally. So
mm,
it's just gonna be about shock value. If you got somebody stapling their nuts to their leg or something like that, that's going to usually get more attention than a deep thought provoking conversation you know,
mhm,
or man, if you do a stream, talking about the meaning of life or helping people to some level of spiritual growth or any of that stuff, it's likely not going to get that type of attention that somebody just
Mhm.
just slipping and falling and cracking their damn head wide open on camera is going to get.
right.
That's just
Yeah,
kind of the way that's just the world that we live in these days. So
yeah.
I tell people, I mean, you gotta kind of you gotta take the good with the bad. So I mean, if your goal is to get a bunch of viewers and all of that other stuff, I even tell like look at folks, just look at folks, those that are up to quarter million, half a million, a million plus subscribers.
Mhm,
These people be in their 40s and have had the same damn message for 10, 15 years. Like all it does is show you that like you haven't even evolved as a person. Your thought process
Mhm.
hasn't evolved whatsoever. Most
right.
of us don't think the same way, the exact same way that we did 10 years ago. Yeah, our morals and our values might have stayed in place, but for the most part our views on some things done change because we see things from a different perspective. When you're 40, you're not going to see things the way you did when you were 30, and you definitely not going to see things the way you did when you were 20 or whatever. So if you still saying the same damn thing on the internet, you know 10, 15 years later, what does that really say about you?
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
That's
got a
kind
bunch of subs and you probably making some money or whatever, but you really haven't grown,
Well,
you haven't evolved, and chances are those that following you aren't looking for that neither. So like
mhm.
there's a trade
of.
off for all of that.
Okay, good point though. But I was just gonna say NT as well. What I also notice as well when it comes to music related content with me as well. If I post real rap videos though, then real rap shorts of videos, I know it don't gain much traction. I know what gains traction though. If I put in street based stuff, if I put in something like grime stuff, though literally that gains a lot of traction because people like dark and grimy music type thing. So that's why I just pick and do it. It's not just because I enjoy it. I just know what gains traction though. Because if I did real rap stuff though, then I know it don't gain much traction and it takes longer though. Because that's just what people are mostly into. So sometimes it's just also understanding what people want though. Okay, I can do whatever I want. Also, I want traction and I just know if that's what the people want, then I'll just give them what they want at the same time. Because I gotta keep, my viewers satisfied as much as me, because it's not just
Music
me,
is
it's them
a
too.
different algorithm. Yeah, music is a
Mhm,
different algorithm.
mhm.
Um, you can. Yeah, I mean, it all really just depends on how you kind of work this thing, and the way I've seen it, most folks aren't doing it right. Like even I know I haven't really been doing it right if the goal was for growth, and that's
Mm,
mainly because I don't really have the time or whatever, and I've also been kind of lazy over the years. I'm not gonna lie.
mhm.
I'm saying I've been kind of lazy, but it's tough for an algorithm to group you if you're talking about one thing one day, you got a bunch of effery going on one day, and then the next day you want to have some thought provoking conversation. For real, like the algorithm isn't going to really like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to push you. It's easy to get buried in that. So folks are not trying to get lost in the algorithm, and forgotten about. You know?
Yeah. Well, what do
So
you think
Yeah.
about? I mean, even just like what I was kind of bringing up earlier about just etiquette on YouTube. Like if this is what it is, and we kind of all just out here just getting it how we live. In order for us to coexist and for everybody to kind of go, I mean, everybody can't always win, but for it to be like something, I guess that's going to be here for a little while. When it comes to YouTube etiquette, what do you think are some things that I guess that should, as rules of what the do's and don'ts?
I mean, I always said it is right in the name. It's YouTube. You do you. And in all circumstances, you do you. Everything's good. Like in moderation. Like every anything can be good. Anything can be a little shock value or whatever, but it's got to be in moderation. So I'm not gonna lie. Like if I could do it all over again, just to start with, I wouldn't even talk to people. Like if the only goal was growth, if the only goal was money or whatever, I wouldn't even talk to people. I would just upload my videos, and live streams would probably be few and far between. Like they would be few and far between. Because you do kind of run the risk of just people coming up and kind of changing your topic, making it all about them. So trolls come in many different forms. They're not just in the chat. They're not just faceless. Some of them just come up on panels drunk or just cussing, whatever. Don't care what you're talking about. They just want attention. Like it comes in many different forms. So that's really the I think that would be the main thing, is to just do you under any and all circumstances. And if you want that effery, I always say build your own platform on it.
Man, I saw something crazy the other day when you talking about. Oh, when you said people going up there drunk, I was like, oh shit. Something did happen the other night. It was so funny. I love it when people just see, and this is my toxic side. When people get like caught on the hot mics, you know what I'm saying? Or just like really like the stuff that they didn't think that nobody was even gonna pay attention to or hear. Yeah, you heard that shit? I love it. There was a drunk person on Nightish's channel the other day, and instead of hitting the red X, he just stayed there. And I'm just like, oh, we can hear and see everything. It was a mess. It was a mess. But other than that, like, okay, so I don't know. Do you have like any input? Like I brought up like not streaming at the same time as certain, other people, which I know you can't always control. But like I said, if you deal with these people or you work with them, then it's like that's one thing that I feel like shouldn't happen. Striking people's channels as content creators because we're a part of an ecosystem. I don't know. Is there?
Well, okay, so you can't implement structure where there is none to begin with. So if me and you are working together like that and it's already decided that we're not going to stream at the same time, we need to have a set schedule for streaming. But if we don't have a set schedule for streaming and I just stream every damn night, you know what I'm saying? I know damn well you work in the daytime. When are you going to stream?
Got you.
Like for real, you either have to do it early in the morning, but if you work in the daytime, you're probably getting ready for work early in the morning. So right. like we're gonna have to have some kind of set schedule or something like that. So I mean, there's it's a lot of things that kind of change the game. I mean, the whole simulcasting thing, it can be a tool, but it can also hinder folks too. I can remember when you weren't the only way you could possibly simulcast is you had to literally just share a screen or whatever. That was it. You couldn't just go on to somebody's streaming software and just simulcast. So because of that, people were forced to kind of, so if people were at your channel, that was it. That was your support. People couldn't just come up and hit your panel and just boom, I'm gonna simulcast it. Right. That's it. Because I've seen folks do that. I'm not gonna say no names, but they'll come up on panels. They'll come up on panels, sit up there for 5 minutes, simulcast, not say a word, or just leave.
Yep, I've seen that too.
And just let it run. And they getting super chats, all of that, off of somebody else's show. So I'm like, you might think that, okay, I'm getting some easy content or whatever, but in actuality, really costing yourself some stuff, because you could have collaborated with them, with those other people, and instead of simulcasting the 4 different channels, once a week, for example, y'all could have just simulcasted to one channel each week. All right. And instead of y'all having 40 or 50 live viewers a piece every single time, you could have had 400 live, three or 400 live viewers. You know,
No, I feel you.
you could have just made everybody come to one spot, and that's it. It wouldn't have been no issue with the money or none of that stuff. You could have everybody would have got paid. You just would have got 1 week out of it. So that's one of the reasons why, like, even like when I do the purge, for example, like that's a rule, like, because the goal is to get everybody to one spot, no matter what. So I can't allow anybody to restream it or simulcast it because that would defeat the purpose of the event.
Right.
A lot of people think that's selfish or whatever. I'm like, I could really care less, because if everybody can watch it from everywhere, I don't even put it on other platforms. I've been offered to be able to take it to other platforms. I don't want to. It started here, so it's going to stay here. So the goal is to get everybody to one spot, and it's only one weekend. It's gone. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people, like, they're very short sighted. It's all about what they can get out of it now. So.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's one thing. So I mean, it's as far as the etiquette is concerned, unfortunately, you're not really going to get much out of people because they're random strangers. They don't like. I'm just saying they're random
like
strangers.
our own little community of like content creators, and we don't owe each other anything, but you know, at least we have a rapport and some type of respect for each other. You know what I mean? At least because we know what it takes, you know, to do this type of stuff. Now, again, I know that's not every single one of us, but for the majority of the people that I've talked to that have been, you know, creating content for a while, they're just like, yeah, there's just certain things that we don't do. You know what I'm saying? And like the striking and stuff like that is definitely not one. I mean, of course, unless it gets egregious, you know what I'm saying? Or do something like totally that violates, you know, all the guidelines. But for the most part, we just let people ride, whether they, you know, tag us or not, you know what I mean, when they review our stuff. So it's just little things, even just like, you know, like I said, copying certain segments, certain things or whatever. And it's like, I like that the fact that like, over here at my channel, a lot in the places that I be at, like the situations be really organic. You know what I'm saying? Like people just having conversation, like with like the push-up contest, like that just happened. You know what I'm saying? But you know how many times that has been done at different places?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been done a few times. I've seen a lot of like cool challenges and stuff like that. I've seen some messed up stuff as far, and people don't even think they're doing anything wrong. I've seen people
Yeah.
you know, reacting to people's members only content.
Oh
Um,
no.
and with and you know, they don't understand that. I've seen, and even the striking, like, it's one thing, like there are fair use guidelines that say, look, I can use your content, but I must make it transformative, either with commentary, some kind of, you know, repurpose, some kind of edits or something in there. But you know, I've had to send, you know, a strikeout here or there just because, and I usually give a warning, but yo, don't restream it while I'm live.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if I am live, like if I'm live and you're restreaming it while I'm live, that means people can go to your channel and watch my live show while I'm live. So not
Right.
only does that take away views, it takes away possible revenue, but it also distorts my analytics, because if it shows that I've got 60 or 50 live viewers, it's actually 200 live viewers or 100 live viewers, but I can't see that because it's showing up on your analytics sheet. You know?
Right. Right.
So, like, well, once it's over, you do whatever you want with it. But while it's live, and that's a no. And also, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna take my content for the purposes of harassment, you know, bullying, doxing, whatever the case may be, like there's, you know, like for real, it's not like, I know people want to react to my content, but if somebody don't want you roasting them and using their damn content to do it, you gotta respect that.
Right.
You know, you gotta respect that. So
Yeah, see, that's what I guess the egregious part or whatever. Of course, you're not just going to just never strike just because, you know, of course, if they do something like that, yeah, like do what you got to do. But like reviewing stuff, but like I totally understand if people are charging folks to watch or have access to certain videos, don't restream that. You know what I'm saying? Because you taking away so much. Just you know what I'm saying? Like literally, you could have just played a little bit or told them about it and then dropped the link. You know, to redirect them. You know what I mean? But see, that's a type of like I said, maybe more of a manners or just code of conduct that I'm talking about. Because yeah, we're a bunch of strangers, but at the same time, like if I reviewed something of yours, Auntie, I tagged you in it. You know what I'm saying? That was just something that I just noticed that was happening, and it was like that's a common courtesy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a common courtesy right there. No, you're absolutely right. But I'll be honest with you, like there hasn't been one time that I've done the purge and I haven't had to like leave the show while it's going on and go to somebody else's shit and tell them not to restream it
Wow.
because they were doing it.
How would you see? How would
Every
you know
single
that was
time.
happening?
Usually I get a DM or like people don't know what the hell I'm doing backstage. I'm combing through things are coming up in my feed, all of that stuff. So somebody's usually gonna let me know, if it's going on. But
Mhm.
I couldn't even say all the names because it's happened so many times. And I usually I haven't ever struck anybody for it. I'll go over there, click their link or whatever, or ask for it and be like, look, man, you're more than welcome to come through. Come through.
Right.
Everybody's welcome. I'm not charging nobody just to come through, but under no circumstances can anybody watch this anywhere else while it's live. Once it's over, it's up there. Hey, do
Right.
whatever you want with it.
Right.
Do
Have at
whatever
it.
you want with it. Edit it, repurpose it. Commentate on it. I don't care. But while it's live, you're talking about a once, twice a year show. Like really?
Mm-hmm.
Like really? But people will do that. Like that's just the lack of creativity and content creation these days.
Man. Yeah, and I don't know, like I'm an artist, so I be sensitive about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I don't know. It's just, I think it's just something to bring to the forefront for the people who might think that a lot of this stuff comes easy to us. It takes effort. What's going on, Zero?
And usually people just don't know. They either just don't know, or
I don't
maybe
care.
they think I'm just so busy and I'm not gonna notice or whatever. But like I've even worked that, you know what I'm saying, like into the way that the shit's run. Like, nah, man, you
Mhm.
gotta, you know what I'm saying. Like I can just leave for a few minutes and go like ain't nothing, you know. But
That's
I don't like striking people. I usually give a warning. Um, take it down, don't use it,
right.
whatever.
Hmm.
And if you my op, nah, bro. If you my op, hey, you can roast me on your channel. I'll let you do that, but don't use my content to do it.
Mm.
You're gonna have to paint the picture with your words or with your own
Hmm.
creativity.
Hmm.
But you shouldn't need me as a crutch to roast me.
No, I totally understand. I agree with that. Like, shoot, yeah, you just gonna have to
Yeah.
tell them what paraphrase what you saw in this mug because, like, yeah, you use my image, you use my fake man. But it was crazy because even when all that stuff was happening with me, like a little over a week ago, they definitely was restreaming my shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I don't even know about what
Oh,
might have.
yeah, but
Oh, you mean with the
oh,
With the
with your
court
stream
thing.
with the court thing?
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
was crazy because like uh the lady what Miss Joy, she was covering the whole situation kind of closely.
hmm
She's a YouTube friend of mine. So like I said, I was watching her live when she said it or whatever. And even I guess she was threatened with I guess like her channel being struck or whatever because there was a woman that was I guess like kind of clapping back at her or whatever, and I went on Miss Joy's channel and I wanted to see what she was talking about, and so I was like, yeah, I was like, can you pull it up for me, you know what I'm saying? I wanted her to like play it on the stream, and there were people in the chat that were like advising her not to do it because that content creator is like notorious for striking people. But it's just like so funny how like I can see my face on this chick's channel, but then if we do the same thing then she would strike us. Like, I don't know, man, this shit just be so funny
oh
sometimes.
wow. I
Yeah.
remember that because I observed that. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be careful with like, you know what I'm saying, even who's I would use. as just fair use, even with commentary, because there are some creators that don't play that. Like
Mm,
we know that. Like, we know you can't be reviewing the Breakfast Club. You can't be reviewing
right,
DJ Vlad. You will get a strike for that.
right.
No.
Right.
Um.
Guess it's just
So
something that you guys got to stay on
yeah.
top of yourself, then, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
you though. I'm also gonna say like to me that when I actually co-stream with other people and my type of thing, that when I co-stream, you know, with other people, I just make sure who I pick and choose the who's right for me. You know, I don't just immediately when I first started doing that, yeah, I did whatever though, cause I just picked the right ones. I'm just like picking and choosing who I want to do. I really do. But anyways, I gotta go now. Good night.
Okay.
All right. Nah, but I mean,
Oh.
there's a way to do it. Like, I always tell people, download a damn video.
Hmm.
Download a video, cut it up a little bit, throw a little bit of music in there, maybe even some damn captions or something like that. Throw in some commentary. You can reuse content, but it must be transformative. But
Hmm.
a lot of people don't do that. People will just restream your shit like it's theirs. You know, a
Yep.
lot of folks just really don't care. So, like, I know what you're saying. It's like, hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm just reacting to a stream you had. It was kind of litty. Some shit went down. You know what I'm saying, teachable moment.
Right.
Or just something for some good commentary. But there are some people that are really just on some fu shit. Like, whatever. I'm gonna take your shit and it's mine now.
Right. I'm gonna take you
Like,
and
I'm
you
just
can
being
take
real.
mine, but I can take yours. And what?
You
It's
know,
like, okay.
there are some people that are like that. So, you know, I'm like you. If you just keep on allowing it, they will abuse that.
Hmm. Oh goodness. I do know what the channel is and stuff like that. I don't even know who these people are, but I definitely will go. Shit.
But
Don't
like, yeah, your situation with the court case or whatever, I wouldn't have seen a problem with them kind of like restreaming that, because that kind of just helps you to grow a little bit. And I think most of them that were restreaming it, they kind of sent people over to you, right?
They did, but it was I don't know, it was a little strange because the person who ended up using my content, the narrative that she was using was that I was in cahoots with these people. These people sent me down there personally. That's what and she was probably the one that actually made the phone call to the court. Um, yeah, so that was like what she was saying, and so Miss Joy was, basically like saying like no, like I had literally, she had just literally mentioned it to me, but she was trying to rope me into it like it was like some conspiracy type shit,
They'll
like
do that too. They'll use your content and spin a narrative and all of that other stuff. So, gotta kind of, you want to clear that up. You don't want your content used for the wrong reasons. But
right.
people gonna do that. People gonna lie and just try to start stuff because the drama brings views.
Yeah, I can tell that that's the vibe of their little
Yeah.
sector or whatever. They
Like,
got
yeah, if I can get some new beef with somebody because the old beef is getting old, let's get it. You know, for real. That's what a lot of, I mean,
hmm.
people have done that. Um,
I still have this pulled up, even though it's supposedly privated, but I still do have it. Hmm. Yeah, I got to get with you on some stuff just because I need to know some ins and outs, man. I don't have time for all this. You know, uh, for me to be thinking that things are supposed to be going a certain way, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you didn't think about this. Like I said, I got to get um in terms of like my monetizations, like it's showing me one thing on one side, but then on the actual studio, it's showing me something different. So I don't know. I need I need you to look at it for me if you don't
all
mind.
right, that's simple.
Okay. Yeah, because I just need to know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I was just saying, like regardless of how much, I tried to help her and help me what by asking me to come to panels and not giving me actual knowledge. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
helping
And
you.
how to run my shit. Like
That's
okay,
helping you. Yeah, that's not helping you.
it's not at all. So yeah,
Um,
I've had to learn a lot of stuff on my own, which I mean I take pride in though, because I've come a long way. But yeah, I can always use some some more help for real.
Well, and I always told everybody, even people I've consulted and everything, like monetization isn't that shit is the beginning. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's really the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's it's a milestone, yeah, but it's really the beginning.
What's after that on there? Oh God, that's
What's
it.
after that? I mean, now you got all types of guidelines you gotta follow in order to get paid and stay getting paid. You know,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
'cause
Yeah, that's why I
it's not
definitely
a
just
yeah.
I gotta make sure that, like I said, all these little breaks, just trying to clean it up as much as I can. I love my roll call, but I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
This is why there are folks that have been monetized 4 or 5 different times, maybe even more. They keep on getting demonetized, or
Mm.
for whatever reason, YouTube won't even give it to them in the first place. So, um, and let me knock on wood, but you can lose it at any time. So, um, it's a
Mm.
it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. Like I know there were even some like promotional edits and stuff. I felt I probably got about a good 3 or 4 hours worth of just promotional edits that I couldn't even use just because heavily protected material and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I've been trying. They got a bunch of different rules, um, and nobody really knows for sure. What it is. Like, can you use? Um, they say it's like 5 to 7 seconds. You can do something like maybe inverted or
Uh-huh.
or speed up the sound or something
Right.
like that. So it's so many different things. And then like I know on one of my channels, like it partially monetized me, where it's saying I had too many claims because the intro track that I used for like the first 100 videos or something ended
Mhm.
up in the creator studio. And I had
Hmm.
I had permission from the person that made the beat to use it.
Right.
And nah, they were like, nah, I got like 117 claims in one night. Once it ended up in the damn studio, so they're like, yeah, it's too many claims. So the bot doesn't know what the hell it's talking about. You know,
Mhm.
so it's it's deep. It's deep.
I see. Jeez Louise. Well, say regardless, I'm gonna definitely need some insight or whatever, especially from somebody who's been through it before. Because oh, it's like it really takes the fun out of it, and that's why I feel like I said, some type of like I said, code of conduct or etiquette or something like
Well,
that.
I've seen that happen to a lot of people. I've seen that happen to some people where, they, as soon as they get monetized, boom, they shoot right off into the stratosphere. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they go from 500 or 1,000 subs to 15, 20, 25, 30, bam.
Mm-hmm.
And they shoot up into the stratosphere. And I've also seen other people whose channels died as soon as monetization came because all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden it couldn't be Liddy no more. You know, they couldn't keep the same atmosphere, couldn't keep the same vibe, because there are things you can't do.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like this is the whole panel situation. Like it's kind of like it's a nice little kind of alley oop thing, but at the same time it can be very stressful, um, and just tiring. You know what I mean? Like very tiring. So I even thinking about pre-records and stuff like that because interviews and all of that. And I definitely like these are people that I know in real life. I'm not letting y'all motherfuckers mess that up for me with a live show. You know what I'm saying? Like with comments and everything. Like, no, I will
No, nothing wrong with a live show. It's just sometimes you do have to limit the interaction.
mm,
You got to limit the interaction, and also when somebody random clicks that link, don't be scared to just leave their ass backstage. Just
oh
leave them
yeah,
there.
I've done that before.
Because
No
you got
problem.
the controls. You don't have to let anybody up you don't want up. Um, and then you can also just ban somebody.
Mm,
You know,
man, so
yeah,
permanent.
yeah, it is. I mean, it is till you decide it's not. Like if you want to release the ban, you can. You know,
Mhm. Right, right.
I've had to do it. Before, and then I end up having to release it because something might go down, and I'm like, look, I don't even have time to sort all that stuff out until afterwards.
Mhm.
That's just what it is. But people are hitting me up like, look, I ain't mean nothing by that. My bad. I won't do it again.
Right.
Boom.
Then you can
And
lift it
okay,
away.
no problem. You know,
Right.
so it happens like that sometimes. It
Yeah.
does. So it's up to you, but it's a like especially when you're doing a live show, you're gonna make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Just is what it is. I mean, any live show, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna try to learn from them, and that's it. Your true supporters understand that.
Yep. And that's all. I mean, shoot, it is what it is, So I don't really have, gripes or anything. I know people gonna come and go, and they're entitled. I like, I just appreciate that they like a little something that I do. So yeah, like I know that in terms of supporters, that's gonna be kind of up and down or whatever. But I just want it to be. I want to work on it being more consistent. That's all. I mean, I know that you can't guarantee anything or whatever, but I feel like I can have a little bit more control. But I just need to have a little bit more control.
Yeah, I mean,
like the formatting, the what I'm saying, the not rules, but like the standards. You know what I mean?
You're allowed to have rules.
I know that, but I didn't.
You ain't gotta apologize to these people for having damn rules, because people will use your channel and your panel as a war zone if you let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be held accountable, or you will be responsible for anything that happens on here. Like if I decide to come on camera right now, you know what I'm saying, with my private parts out and holding a pistol at the same time, that's on you. I'm just being real, like that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some things like you can't just allow anything to go down,
right?
Because you got to deal with it. I always tell people, I'm like, it's just like you running a club, Yeah, I mean, it might be packed because you letting people sell and smoke dope in there,
right?
But hey, that's what you building your business on. You want to be known as the only club in town that got dope dealers and fiends,
right?
in there, because
right.
Not only are you gonna there are gonna be some potential customers that ain't gonna want to come because of the atmosphere, but also the cops know exactly where to what to stake out every night too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and where to put the roadblocks at after the club. Trust me, yes.
So what I'm saying, I know it's easy for a lot of folks to when you grow and everything's lit, you get all of people don't mind taking the credit, but then as soon as somebody comes on there and they do something stupid or whatever, and they end up getting you shut down, because all it takes is an email.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is an email. It's easy to say, hey, that's what this person did to me. Nah, just like credit and blame is the same word. They just sound different.
Credit and blame.
So you can't take any of the credit unless you're willing to take all of the blame.
Yeah. Well, that's real. I mean, that's what separates that whole, leader shit, right? That they keep on talking about. Yeah, it's going to have to be your fault. Even though we see in these spaces like, shoot, I can't control what this person said. Yeah, but if you keep allowing them up and you keep giving them a place and a space to continue on, then it is your damn fault.
Basically, yeah, I can't control what you say, but I can control what you say more than once.
Right. I totally understand that. Like, I have definitely had to leave some people in the back. I don't have no qualms about it. I've had to do shows. What's going on, Zyrax? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you and the girls are good. But yeah, I definitely have left some people in the back, you know what I'm saying? Or I've told them, I don't want you here and I don't need you here. That's why Vic don't come back no more. I'm good. Because he was a person who thought that I ain't want you to be up here by yourself. You ain't had to hit no link for me. I still would have cooked. You feel me? Like, that's that main character syndrome stuff that I be talking about. Like, I don't know why people just be thinking that their presence is so important that they make or break a show. Like,
well, yeah, and it's cool. It's cool that we can use each other's platforms to promote our own platforms, and people can, like using a platform to promote a platform is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But trying to destroy your platform, trying to dim your light just to make theirs look a little brighter, is just stupid. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't help anything. And to be honest, that's why a lot of these sectors form. That's how a lot of these sectors formed. Is with just a lot of hate, and the next thing you know, everybody's just fighting over subscribers and viewers and stuff. So, and
Yeah. Well, I definitely have seen some I don't know. I've seen some things where it's like, okay, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about or even, consider that as a possibility. But since I know it is now, let me, what I'm saying, let me readjust myself.
Mm,
Definitely doing some thinking.
mm.
And I don't know. I mean, I really don't care how I seem or appear or whatever. I'm definitely going to say what I want to say because I've been, people have been trying to bait me and all kinds of stuff lately.
They're gonna do that
Yeah.
because you gotta start. It's starting to shine bright. You starting to ring bells. You working with people. You working with different personalities.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, people gonna try to hang on to that star because they see it shooting in the air. People going to literally try to tie a rope to that bitch and
Okay.
hitch a ride like
Think
that. That's
in
what it
outer
is.
space, like
And don't
no.
get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's not holding you back.
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. But folks should be trying to add rather than take. I
Absolutely.
always say that I don't mind being used. I don't mind being used because I
Me
consider
too.
myself useful. But I'm not
Exactly.
going to be used by somebody that's not useful themselves. Like we should be able to use each other. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the
Mm-hmm.
only people that have a problem with being used are usually the ones that are either not useful or being used by somebody that's not useful. So I don't mind quid pro quo. You do for me, I do for you. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
know?
that's a point. That's a
Mhm.
good point. Good point. Because it's not about, because some people just like, well, they would stop at it like, oh, well, I'm being used, so I must be useful. No, the other person who's using you doesn't have anything that they can use but
Yeah,
you.
they need to be able to add something too.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't got shit. So they expecting you to bring everything. Like, nah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Well,
Really, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But like I said, it's a two-way thing. So what I'm saying, people are gonna try to use your name to ring some bells. People are gonna try to, especially you know the space that you in. No matter what you're talking about, we can be talking about YouTube monetization, monetizable content, copyrights, strikes, and shit like that. Somebody will still come try to gender war that shit up. They're going to. Like, well,
right.
nah, but that's the women and shit like that.
Right.
But
Those
I'm
the
saying you
women
also,
be on here.
yeah, that's the women. No, that's the men. They're gonna try to do that. So um, you gotta make sure that you try to keep your narrative where you want it to be.
Hmm.
Because trust me, it's plenty of people I disagree. I don't necessarily agree with their talking points, but I make sure that they know they got my support. You got my support because I like the way, like what they're doing. I like how they're doing it. I like the way they handle their platform and stuff like that. I've seen people, some of them say, "Hey, man, look, my channel is an echo chamber. That's how I do things here.
Mm.
That's it.
Mhm.
You don't agree with me? Get the hell out." Hey, I respect that. You know, I respect that.
Word, yeah.
If you disagree, get the hell out. Hey, I can respect that because that's your channel. That's the way you do it. If I want a balanced perspective, I'll go elsewhere, or I kick off my own.
Yeah, no facts.
On the channel is fun.
No, that was funny though. I just didn't expect you to say
For real.
that. Yeah, I mean, hey, this is all like just perspectives. That's why I like to have these conversations. That's one beneficial thing that I do see about panels. Because everybody else, everybody's not always talking about like, some enlightening type of stuff, but every once in a while, you be like, you know what? I ain't thought about it like that. And it actually could help you out, because people can drive themselves crazy or stress themselves out trying to putting too much thought behind all this. Why is this happening? Once you understand what the machine is, then it just makes it a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't forget that you are dealing with the mentally disturbed as well.
Child, yes.
Like, don't forget that. So there are a lot of people that are gonna hate what you're doing just because they're not doing it too, or they're not able to do it with you, or because of who you are doing it with, or because of who they seen in your chat from the clouds, who has a wrench, or little things like that. People hate that. Like for real, people gonna look for excuses to do that. You cannot please everybody all the time. If you call it to the right side, the left side is going to be pissed. If you call it to the left side, the right side is going to be pissed. And if you call it down the middle, everybody's going to be pissed. So just, if you got to pick a side, pick your own.
Every time.
Mhm.
I can dig that shit, man. No, for real. I be trying. I don't know. I don't know how. Well, I'm glad that you're a guy. Okay, Auntie. I don't know if you could survive as a woman. I swear to God, because the expectations, you would not be able to even like.
Well, I'm not okay. So I can tell you like
these
this.
things, but you wouldn't be able to say them.
Nah. Okay. So yeah, I could. Yeah.
I mean, you
so
could,
could you.
but I'm just saying they'd be like, "Oh, you gonna be a single cat lady forever."
Yeah, they're gonna say that, and make them say that shit in the comment thread. And subscribe and get the conversation going in the comment thread, because you get paid for that engagement and all of that, and that's how you grow. Whatever, you're allowed to have your opinion. That is what it is. Now, as far as dudes are concerned, if we do want to somewhat gender it up, yeah, it's probably a little easier for us to get it started, because we can come up here in a fitted cap and a t-shirt, whatever, and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look a little decent, or else they gonna roast you. You gotta look a little decent, they gonna roast you. And you can only be but so hard and tough and all of that. But it's easier for y'all to just shoot up in the stratosphere. Like one y'all are already there. It is. So especially when it comes to these relationship and dating topics and stuff like that, like you guys can really like grow like super huge, without the help of men. Like we can get a channel started, but y'all can really make a channel grow really big. And then that's been proven. But I will tell you this much: it's tough for y'all to do it with each other.
Okay.
Women, that is. And I'm just from my X amount of years just kind of watching this in the clouds and just being part of it. Like, it's real. It's a little tougher for the women to work together. Sorry.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's funny because like I definitely, once I got out into the working world, that was like the vibe for sure. So I had pretty much, always been like on like sports teams and stuff like that. So if I walk into a room full of women, I don't see them as no fucking competition. These my fucking teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not how I was, that's not how I processed working with women. You know what I mean? So for me, like when I got out into the workforce, that's when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, these hoes is insecure to them motherfucker. Cause like, I don't want nothing that you got. I'm just saying hi, but they don't understand where I'm coming from. And they're, automatic. Maybe it's because of the things that they've been through or whatever. But like, I asked my mom, cause I wanted to do, gymnastics and ballet and stuff like that, and she told me, she was like, that was too individualistic, for you. She was like, I wanted you to learn how to work with women. My mama told me that. Work with women. But then I
wish I could tell you about it. I don't
no, I'm just like, but when I started going on, like living on my own, that's when I learned like, oh, that's why she wanted me to be one of those chicks, because a lot of other women are the opposite. I know, like I said, about the mean girls. I know about them. You know what I'm saying? Who constantly in competition with other women for no damn reason. But there's a bunch of women that's like me who see other women as not competition. So it's like, I understand what you're saying. But why do you think it's harder? I mean, do you think, okay, so you think it's better just for a woman to do it on her own? Because like, I don't see it getting any better or being any easier with like, starting off with a guy.
I mean, I wish I could tell you like exactly what the dynamics are. I know when I started, I had a female co-host. I've had multiple female co-hosts. And it helps sometimes. There's a fallout here and there, but Like even if you just look at some of the larger channels or even women's channels, how many of them do you see like grouped up and clicked up? They're usually dolo.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I'm
mean, I
sorry,
get asked if do you watch so and so and so and so, and they're all women. I'm like, no, I honestly don't watch a lot of female content creators.
but
Like,
I
I
mean, when you
don't.
see them hit that 500,000 or a million or even 250,000, 100,000, when you see them with platinum plaques and stuff, a lot of them they might not have started by themselves, but they by themselves now.
Right. No, I feel what you're saying.
You know? So
I don't know. For me, their content is just so extreme. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to be the woman in the middle sometimes. Because the other lady content creators that have the huge followings that a lot of other people know. When I do, I can't even name any. You know what I'm saying? But they're just so there. I mean, if you guys think that the men pander, I think that the women be pandering even harder than the dudes do. Like, I don't even know if they believe half of the stuff that they be saying.
yeah,
They
look,
just do it
you can
because,
find so many pandering female channels, which I think are more dangerous than the men that are
yeah,
pandering. It's just more dangerous, and I get pushback from dudes and women about that. I'm like, that shit is dangerous, man. Like it's dangerous because I know damn well y'all don't believe the stuff that you're saying. Like when
exactly.
y'all tell these dudes that nothing is their fault. It's all the fault of these modern day Jezebel women and that's it. If don't worry, God will eventually send you a woman that's like me. It's like no, God will not. Like no, he won't. Just quit lying to these dudes. I know you getting cash apps and super chats and stuff, and random donations behind the scenes, but you wouldn't even if you were single, you wouldn't deal with 90% of your audience. You wouldn't, you
Mhm.
know. So ain't nothing wrong with telling these dudes that look, um, you're 40, you still live at home with your mother, okay? Um, you haven't been to the gym in 15 years. Uh, you eat pizza every day. Um, yeah,
And you still
for real.
think you deserve, a baddie. Like, the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
Um, and you still looking for people to tell you what you want to hear rather than what you need to know. And I mean, the
Mm.
same thing would go for these dudes, but I would assume, I would hope y'all be seeing right through these niggas, man. Come on, don't act like y'all don't. I can understand how these dudes get caught up with
Mhm.
like some of these chicks, like a six, the guy, cause she fine and all. I get that. I get that.
But she
But some of
also
these
is like,
niggas, man, they be pandering. Y'all know these dudes be full of shit. Come on.
I mean, I think we need to definitely pay attention a little bit more. They talk way more, you know what I'm saying, than a sixth goddess, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to fall for her because she's exclusive and she only drops when she wants to. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. You got people who are you can hear daily. Pay attention. Listen, like really listen.
I'm just saying.
Instead of
I
making
just believe that's
excuses and trying to
dangerous.
keep
Yeah.
things in context. Like, no, pay attention. This is who this person is.
Well, I mean, it's just dangerous because a lot of folks just need to like go outside. Go
Hmm.
outside, leave the house, live life, um, have a little fun, get your feelings hurt. You'll live. You'll realize the sun will come out tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll learn from a mistake. Um, you won't have to make it too many damn times. It'll happen. But get off the internet looking for a YouTube parent because you're likely not going to find it.
Right. Not on YouTube, goddamn.
And damn sure, like even the dudes that do that. Well, the problem is these women, and I'm like, come on, bro. You've been saying that. You've been saying that for years, and how many, what I'm saying, how many of these YouTube or how many of these chicks you done been caught up with? Don't say no
Mm,
names, Tommy.
damn.
You know, like you still saying the same thing. You know, still saying the same thing. We know you don't believe this, man.
Right.
I mean, we know you don't. Come on. So and it's cool. It's cool. I'm like I just it's a cash grab. So I guess in that case, it really shouldn't be much more than just entertainment. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely an audience who just loves to keep that going, by supporting it any way possible. I mean, shouts out to them, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just more about, I guess, like the arenas and more of like the people that I'm around, but maybe that's just like a personal problem. Probably just need to fix this shit myself, man.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, people gonna shun you for any type of creativity if you got some new ideas, and I see it even go on in the other sectors too. Um, it happens. Like, I seen some folks came through to my show, and they're like, "Yo, I kind of like your topics. Those are kind of like timeless. It has decent replay value and everything else. I'm gonna try to do something like that. I'm cool. I'm like, cool. Knock yourself out." And then, they try to do a show like that, and 10 minutes into it, they back on space gossip. They still back on sector gossip. They can't not do that.
Do it.
Like they can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that's it. So like people gonna do what's comfortable to them. And a lot of people just really don't know how to have any conversation other than the one they've been having for the last 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, see, I can tell that you do like some type of public speaking or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's a big thing. I mean, I've been doing the same thing since high school. To be completely honest, not on a regular basis, but that's pretty much when it started. It wasn't on debate team or whatever, but like, my first speaking engagement was in front of over 2,000 people.
Mhm.
And I did great. You know what I'm saying? Folks was crying and everything else. I was like, oh, I gotta
Nah,
get.
I've had to do it. I've had to do it. I've had to, go in and consult companies and, train the entire sales team. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've had to do that.
I want to do
Yeah.
that so bad. I want to be a coach so
Group
bad.
hiring, all of that stuff. You know, set up the ballroom seminars, all of that shit. So it's nothing. It's just I don't know. I always felt like the space was my client, so that's the way I'm gonna approach it, and I look at the longevity of the company first and foremost. So even if it means that sales are gonna have to decline or revenue is gonna have to decline for a minute just to make sure that the business is still here 3, 4, 5 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
that's what the hell we're gonna have to do. Hell, even if that means we're gonna have to shut down for renovations, that's just what the hell we're gonna have to do. So I try to just stay on that, and I even tell people, I'm like, yo, I'm about to go back to boring. About to go back to boring. Like even after if I spend a week roasting somebody or whatever, or 2 weeks, hey, we going back to boring on Monday morning, man. So if you expect the same thing again, nope, we right
Right.
back to boring.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
but that's one of the reasons why I like the channels are still here.
Mm-hmm.
If I keep doing the same thing every day, um, it's gonna get old. It's gonna get stale.
No, I feel you. I feel you. It's just you got to do
But I
you.
could be wrong because nowadays that's how people grow. They just do the same thing every day, every day. And you see the videos pop up in your algorithm. Woman says this to man, and she instantly regrets it. Every damn other video. Like, come on.
That's funny. You said it instantly regrets it. I mean,
Black
hey,
woman does this and instantly regrets it.
it's that
We can
clean.
do a video like you can do like 2, 3 videos like that every day, and just keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So, like I say, it's a different day and age. So,
Yeah, for sure. Are you still there? I think his microphone went out for a second. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I did find an example of what not to damn do. All right. I know you can't control everything, you know what I'm saying? But for those people out there, especially who want to join a panel one day, please spare us content creators and don't act like this gentleman right here. You back?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you get a phone call or something?
No, I had I pulled the charger out of my headset, and for whatever
Okay.
reason the mouthpiece died. So time for another mic.
All
It's
right.
doing weird. It's doing weird shit.
Yeah, I was gonna just play this shit as an example of what not to do, and honestly, I was gonna get up on out of here. 7:30.
I'll let you handle your review. You got it. I'll check it out from down there. Cause
yeah, I'm just gonna play it. This is just an example of what not to damn do. That's all.
no, that's what's up. I'll be in the chat. Handle your business is definitely a pleasure, and let me know when you want to whatever it is. As far as that, it ain't gonna take no length of time. We'll knock that shit out real quick.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ann. I appreciate you.
Peace.
All right. All right. So this happened the other day on Nightish's channel, and he is like the late night, early morning. He gets us through. For everybody who's working that third shift. Before, like I said, I get it. Appreciate and shouts out to Auntie for coming up, Young Riaz as always. When it comes to YouTube etiquette, listen, y'all. You can this is YouTube, but please don't act like this gentleman right here. Like, please. Shouts out to Nightish for the content. One time as he says, shout outs to the shout outs. Let's go.
In 10 years.
Wow. You dropped my head.
See y'all, listen y'all. Listen y'all, I'm about to die.
Good morning.
I'm about to die. Y'all got it.
Nigga.
He said he about to die. Please, y'all don't act like this man up here in the upper left-hand corner. Don't act like him. This is bad YouTube etiquette.
Remember me.
Calm down.
Remember you.
1 second. Shout out to
Y'all don't know.
Nigga, fuck his stupid ass up. You drunk my beer.
No.
I'm sorry. This is about to be first of all, look at Reese's face. He rolling his blunt and his eyes are bucked already. Solid Snake look like he got he talking shit drunk early in the morning. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, this is bad YouTube etiquette.
Oh, big screen.
Drunk my beer.
Big screen.
And Reese messy as hell talking about big screen.
I'm finna slap your ass right now. I don't like no lies. Bitch, you ain't about me shit. I always come with my own, nigga.
Yo, Auntie, this shit happened. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to remember this one in my mental Rolodex. You know what I'm saying, to pull this one up, because while people be complaining about these black bitches, they damn sure pick who they want, right?
Don't no nigga do a motherfucking thing for me, bitch. Fuck around with you.
Damn. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Look at his stomach.
See, y'all, I'm trying to be honest with y'all.
Get your ass, bitch. I'll choke your ass with this bottle right now, bitch.
That bottle of liquor, right?
Ooh, see, now they always complain about. I know. I totally understand, but I don't. He don't seem like he be coherent enough to even explain the origin of his goddamn name. So, yeah, he just black. I'm sorry, I wanted to say Black Snake. Solid. Pause. Anyway.
Put all this alcohol down your throat and make it come out your ass.
He chose her, his queen to be.
It's 8 o'clock in the fucking morning. What's going on?
Y'all take that shit. And y'all love that shit, ain't it?
Shut up.
See, y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't gonna help us black men out here. Us black men in trouble.
Niggas up a bit. 8 o'clock in the morning drinking gin and beer. What the fuck?
Burn your ass up this morning. I just went over there and got me some gas. Oh, I'm gonna slow burn your ass, bitch, with some decent and Aperol. Put that on YouTube, oh.
Now, I don't know. Would be really, really scared for somebody to be invading my personal space like that. But it seems he didn't even flinch. It seems like they've been through this before. I don't know.
Yeah, she gonna roast your ass. That's how Vic White used to talk to him. Shit.
Today, I am reborn.
Y'all don't understand that you black women out here.
Y'all making me not want to
See, he about to go into the shame, blame, and explain. But really, if you would have left that lady's beers alone, you wouldn't be going through this. Solid Snake? The fuck? Leave her beers alone.
Hear about y'all young black men. See, John Galt and Nightish, they can sit up there and they can play with y'all about these black women. These black women are dangerous.
But you mean the one that he chose and that he lives with? And he just let cuss his ass? Okay.
Oh yeah. We see.
So what you saying? Nightish and Dave don't know nothing about women. You do.
Nah, they don't know a goddamn thing. They don't know a goddamn.
Royce, you just got your wrench. Don't let me snatch it, okay? Stop with the bullshit.
Damn thing. Them big city niggas and them big city niggas. Them big city niggas.
Big city niggas.
These big city niggas don't know about these black women, and they sit their ass up here on YouTube like they know what they fucking talking about.
Oh, so he just basically just said that y'all YouTube niggas don't know what y'all talk about. Hold on, what the hell he just say? Where we at? We at 408. Let me go. Not too far back, Lord. Okay, let's go.
Y'all don't understand these black women out here.
Y'all making me not want to talk.
And that's what scared me about y'all young black men. See, John Galt and Nightish, they can sit up there and they can play with y'all about these black women. These black women are dangerous.
Oh yeah. We see.
So what you saying? Nightish and Dave don't know nothing about women. You do.
Nah, they don't know a goddamn thing. They don't know a goddamn thing. Them big city niggas and them big city niggas. Them big city niggas.
Big city niggas.
These big city.
Yeah, he's so drunk. These shitty niggas. He said these big city niggas. Let's see what he says about y'all big city niggas.
Niggas don't know about these black women, and they sit their ass up here on YouTube like they know what they fucking talking about. They listening to some gay ass nigga named Stanley.
Who the fuck is Stanley?
Nobody. No.
Who the fuck Stanley, Prime?
Nobody.
Okay, so they about to probably get a little ignorant. They was having a little AI-a-thon. Let me see what the hell. Can we get this off the screen? I don't want to see a black man with flies by his head and phone. It's a little disrespectful.
Yeah, it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some because I know you cape. I know you caping.
Reese, why is you promoting this nonsense?
This is gold. This is
I'm promoting. I want to know why you promoting this nonsense. You see these dangerous ass black women out here, and you promoting this nonsense, but you want to blame me.
That's the best content this whole space seen in 6 months, man. This should be a nigga YouTube holiday today.
It's a lot of nigga shit going on, I tell you.
It is.
I want to know why in the hell.
And it looked like his phone, his breath, everything smelled like the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them people that like go up to the counter at the convenience store and you can still smell them after they walk away. Yeah, that's what he looked like for real.
Are you out here promoting this nigga shit? This nigga shit in front of everybody.
Why are you committing
everybody? You promoting this shit in front of everybody.
Well,
and you.
Thank you for
for the money, she's ready to go. Do scratch, squirrel paper.
The first place we working for that nigga.
I'm very creative. You're welcome.
You said I'm full of shit.
Man, showing the gap with his missing teeth and everything. Damn, he missing like the front fold. Like, did he get punched straight in the face? Like, straight in the face. He missing his 2 front teeth and the ones on the side. Damn.
I mean, you gotta admit it was a great idea. Shit.
It was. But you suck. At the end of the day, you suck.
Damn, bro. You better learn how to duck. Talk about I suck, nigga. Learn how to duck, nigga. That ball
do not.
I'm silent, duck.
Stop yelling. Let me talk. Let me say this. I do not.
All right. Oh,
I believe that Africans say ooga booga.
He just got cussed out over for. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. That's how you do not act on YouTube, okay? At least, you know, the gentleman, Solid Snake, was not belligerent. He didn't cuss anybody out. He was actually a very pleasant drunk. He was a very pleasant drunk, you know, because he could have, you know, it could have got ugly when that, you know, when Shawty got all up in his face, you know, as drunk as he was. But he seems to have a disposition that is not that way. So I'm glad for that. But still, y'all, don't be like him. You know, we can get our little sippity sip on and shit, but yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, don't show up nowhere online drunk, please, because the internet is forever. Okay, make sure that you just, you know, if you go and frequent somebody, just let them, whoever it is, even if you can't give them $1, even if you don't want to, just let them know you appreciate what they do. This shit is not easy. But it doesn't have to be that hard either. It's all what you make it, right? So shouts out to Riaz, shouts out to Auntie for joining the panel. And I do want to thank you, my lonely Cash App. Thank you guys. Y'all make this shit happen. I appreciate you so much. Let's celebrate the Cash App.
We humble as a bumble in the middle of the jungle. We got problems and we fumble and we stumble, but we don't grumble. All we do is hustle. And you the reason that we on our way up. You the reason. 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 You the reason.
Thank y'all so much. Everybody that came out to the chat and supported, thank you so much. Is it on the content creator or you know what? It depends. I mean, we kind of chopped it up a little bit. You know, the first time is always shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a content creator and I'm not sure of, well, you know what? Let me take that back because I feel like security has to be stepped up a little bit more. You know, we don't like a whole coming to join any of our channels or panels or anything like that. But I think that it's definitely on the channel holder to set a standard and to enforce that. So ultimately, I would say the content creator. And I know it's probably as a definitive statement right now. I'm not even looking at the screen. I had to think about that shit. And I'm probably going to fall short of this at least once or twice. But hey, I'll take that L. I'll take that responsibility. You know what I mean? So ultimately, yeah, I think that is definitely the creator's responsibility. Especially after a while. I don't know about y'all, but you know, I pay attention to certain things. The amount of viewers when certain people are talking, what happens when certain people get up on the panel, of course their personalities and how if they just like to start shit. Like, it's weird. I get more, and I don't mind this, I get more men on my panels than women, but some dudes, not you, Auntie, because I keep you know, you keep, you know what I'm saying? I keep letting you up. So it's like, it's not you. But some of these guys, they want to be the only one, child. Woo. They be making it so uncomfortable for the rest of the men's. Is like, hey, I don't belong to nobody. Like, what is going on up in here? And second of all, I'm not using YouTube to date. So it's like, if we can't all coexist, I'm gonna have to, you know, and you one of them people who trying to, you know, pick fights with all the other panelists, you know, to where they feel like they don't want to come up no more. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go, because I really don't I don't go for that shit. I don't I think it's ridiculous, and it's delusional to expect or ask someone to sit there and deal with disrespect when they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. And I would never expect or ask my anybody who volunteers to come on my panel to oh, I know that you don't like this person, but just don't say anything. No, fuck that. If that other person is more problematic than you, that person will not be up here. Point blank. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I fucks with my peoples. I love y'all so much. Y'all give me wings. Everybody that consistently just comes through, and even the new people, like, thank you so much. You know, letting, you know, little old me, my little voice be heard. I just wanted, like I said, to go over some things, because it's just, I don't know, like it'd be so combustible in the space sometimes. I'd be like, let me keep my ass in the motherfucking clouds. Like the beginning of my damn video, like, why do you think that I designed it this way? I decided to come out the clouds like a dumbass down to earth and realized, oh shit, the world looks different. Fuck it. Let's fuck it up. Let's run it up. You feel me? Because I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Got my toolie on the hip. Stop playing with me. But it's just all reality. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why this is the reason why I did my AI that way, man. And it's okay, because every once in a while, like I said, when it gets a little bit more combustible, I'm gonna I'm gonna pull my wings back out, and I'm finna shoot back up in the clouds, because I ain't got time for this shit. Appreciate that, Auntie. I try to be as much as possible, and it's not because like I'm trying to be, but it's like at the same time, I've lived so much life, and I've seen so many things. I've met so many people, and I know that in an instant, whatever somebody else is going through, I could be going through. I'm not above nothing, okay? I'm not special or exempt of any harm or bad circumstance. So I just try my best to just listen to people, consider what they say, and keep it in mind, because it helps keep me grounded. It helps keep me balanced. Other people's life, it helps keep me balanced. You know what I'm saying? Because I was sheltered as a young person, you know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, when I start working and meeting people and understanding personalities and understand why they so volatile, why they be snapping like this, why they come off so cold at first, but really they a sweetheart. Oh, it's because they've been through XYZ. Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. It helps, you know what I'm saying? Now, you don't have to know everybody's life story, but like I said, just knowing that anything is possible, including how people grew up and their circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I try to keep it balanced, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, especially what people kind of like, they seem to complain more about is the part of their life, the timeline of their life where they had no control, which is their childhood, right? You can't do nothing about that, but you got to move forward. You know what I'm saying? If you still doing the same shit as an adult, yeah, I'm finna blame you 100%. But a lot of people complain about things that happened in their childhood, and who has control at that age? No one. Work through it. Work through whatever you got going on, man. But just me, like I said, me knowing that, people don't, some people grew up in some messed up circumstances. That's what helps keep me grounded and balanced, man. So thank y'all for seeing me. Y'all are the absolute best. We about to get up out of here. I know that we will be over at Not for Humans, DJ Witch Doctor's channel a little bit later. I know he will be going live. The fuck? Hold on. Dang, I thought I had it. Hold on, let me see. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something before I let y'all go. There it goes. Give me 1 second. Let me upload something real quick. Let me see here. What time is he going live? Does he even have a time yet? I'm not sure. I was saying about another hour or so. You know what I'm saying? We'll be over at Not for Humans, hanging with the crew. I'm just waiting for this little thing to load up. Golly. I don't want to let y'all go yet without showing y'all this last thing. It's just uploading, but it's taking a little while. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, exactly. See, yeah, they say you change. My responses. I would say I was supposed to. I was supposed to change. The fuck? It's like, we can't all be caterpillars around this motherfucker. We gotta, turn into some butterflies around this bitch. We gotta do something, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, check out the homie in about an hour, okay? We gonna leave y'all with you know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all saw my beautiful AI. Shouts out to Witch Doctor. He also did my music. So let me go ahead and give y'all some information in case you want yours done.
Okay, I'm trapping all week. I do a pill and can't eat. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week. I put this bitch in free. Okay, I'm trapping all week. I do a pill and can't eat. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week. I put this bitch in free. Okay, I'm trapping all week. I do a pill and can't eat. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week. Okay, I'm trapping all week.
They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the I'm everywhere. How you say it so
Shit, you would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my nigga 5 Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You bitch back for that. Come at me about niggas who I don't even find attractive. I don't know that nigga, I just seen them on the town before. So I can't down before. When I lose a nigga, I just pop out and go find some more. Soon as I feel like my time get wasted, then it's time to go. They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the girl, I'm everywhere. How you say it so with me? Them bitches should've stayed down. They could've been up to me, but all they doing is talking down. Cause they can't get up with me. My ex looking on my old friend. Both they had some fucking clowns. Thinking that she got one up on me, she got my hand me down. He thought he wasn't gonna have to stand on shit like he was handicapped. Make that nigga stand on it. Now his ass can't stand me now. High as fuck, I'm lit, yo. I don't smoke no sweet shots. Flying with my gang and them. Look at them like sisters. Them bitches be lame, they go outside about these niggas. I don't wanna hang with them. They don't have no business. They be going for anything, but I can't go for none of it. Why would I go chase you if I know you gon' come running back? Cut everybody off, they been feeling like the lumberjack. They really get me fucked up, and now I'm going for none of that. She the type of nigga make her mad, she going too soon. Me, I'm kinda ratchet still, so I'm the type of beast. I can't love you, baby, like your bitch, you so don't leave her. We gon' choose her every time, cause it's cheaper to keep her. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can't get my feelings hurt today.